All
right, made it into Tucson.
I say,
Melissa says love. Melissa loves love of Elvis. Says love you, but agree with Manad and the Epstein children. Dude, this traffic here is like crazy, man. Once you get afternoon, Tucson. Never even contact the trash truck delivery.
Jay, how are you? I'm in here. It's hiding behind the. I'm trying. I think Jesse's going to the sheriff's office. Oh, yeah, how are you today, Jay?
That's crazy, though. Waiting in Tucson traffic. This place called Salad to Go there. Like Salad to Go. Salad and Go. I'm not vibing Tucson traffic. Two things I don't like about Tucson: traffic and their potholes. It's two things I don't like about Tucson. Wait till I get our location. Why are you people saying search warrant? Y'all like literally just one person says something like search warrant being down, and then everyone goes search warrant, search warrant. There's no search warrant. There's no search warrant, folks. I don't know where you guys are getting that from. No search warrant centered about this case. And now people are like, SWAT is staging now. That's what people are saying. Search warrant. This traffic's crazy. We're still 20 minutes out. It's only 5 miles away. I love your chat, but there's some wackadoodles. Now, all it takes is one person just to say, hey, search warrant. And then everyone just flies with it like something's being done. Like search warrant. But I look. If there's a search warrant being done, it's nothing to do with this case. Wackadoodle Wednesday. All right, we're crossing hospitals. We're in like downtown Tucson. $15 minutes out. Almost there. There's a 500,000 people in Tucson. They're like very limited highways. So in the daytime, you get into this traffic and it takes forever to get somewhere. It's my only complaint. And the potholes. Other than that, I like Tucson. It's a good place to be. A little too hot in the summer, though. Dry heat. It probably feels hotter in Florida in the summer than Tucson, even though it's hotter in Tucson than it is in Florida. But for some reason, my phone is not cooperating with me today when it comes to heat. We're chasing ghosts. I know, right? We're almost there. And I think authorities are almost there with getting this perp. very close to nailing getting the perp. Traffic. 12 minutes out. There's another Black Rock. Black Rock Coffee.
And the dog finally chilled out. I'm just laughed.
I need to get gas.
Just looking to see if there was anything fun to watch for a while, but I don't see anything.
Oh, okay, yeah, we just gotta cross this highway 210. All right, we're on the move. Almost there. Almost there. Benson Highway.
Bakersfield.
Almost there. And his car is released now.
We're almost at the sheriff's station.
There's a lane closure ahead.
Lane closure. I should have went there. That circle, okay.
Hi, Jeanette. Jennifer.
I'm on my way to the sheriff's office. It's like 5 minutes away or something.
How are you?
Go. Yes, go. Yes. The drivers around here are a little bit suspect.
Everything's so switched up.
All right, crossing over 10. Oh, that was 1-800. How's my driving? 1-800. How's my driving? 1-800. How's my driving? My driving's pretty good.
Yes, Steve Hirsch. Yeah. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. If I don't write stuff down, I forget. I'm so cold today. I might have to go put a sweater on. Watching a little bit of stuff going on in
At the light, take a sharp right onto historic USC.
I'm gonna stop here and get gas real quick at the Circle K. Circle K. Why do they even call the gas station Circle K? Circle K. Circle K.
Oh, what is everybody watching today? I'm doing good.
Circle K.
Just didn't want to sit at Nancy's house watching nothing, but I did watch it now.
You're right back.
Just in case anything came up. And when he said he was going to go to the sheriff's station, I thought, okay, listen to some more opinions and theories and all that stuff. He'll probably have some phone calls and so on and so forth. In Beirut. I don't see anything happening in Beirut. God, I don't know how these people can live like that all the time, fighting and stuff. How are you doing, Jay Bird, huh? How are you doing today? Almost 3 o'clock. Here. State of Army both. And February. Oops. They won February spin. Boy, I have a lot of trash up here. Well, not trash, it's just notes that I've been taking and so on. I gotta remember to put this back in your account. What time? Okay, I'll put that one on after. You're doing well and inactive, huh? I haven't been active today. I've just been kind of blah. Some paperwork to do. I always got paperwork at the beginning of the month. Okay, I got some of it done. That's a good thing. Can't wait for Friday night. Good. I was not going to kick out.
Okay, Circle K. Hey, I still got a lot of people watching. Hello, everyone.
He's always got a lot of people watching.
Hello, everyone. All right. Circle K ain't bad. I like Circle K. I like Wawa, though. All right, we're going to be going over to the sheriff's office here, set up shop, kind of talk about the case, see the latest. I don't see anything about, I don't see anything about the warrants or anything. I think all that is crazy. I gotta go up here and turn around at the AutoZone. Oh, I got a fresh Gatorade. First cold drink of the day. Stay hydrated, my friends. Stay hydrated. All right. That's the Yui. Oh my gosh, there's homeless people here. I don't have any money, but I have some change. Yeah, I don't have no money, but I don't have no dollar bills, but I have a few change. Thank you. Be safe. What's your doggy's name? What's your doggy's name? Sandy and Baby Girl. Be safe. Save somebody some change. I don't have cash on me.
Yes, that's a pretty hard guy. It really does.
Sandy and Baby Girl.
I'm gonna put my
All right,
jacket
I'll just show the dogs. Where's the doggies?
on.
Little doggies.
Oh,
Little doggies.
never.
All right, we're on the move. Bye-bye. Whoa, I can't go.
All the
Danger spot I'm in. Middle of the intersection. Heavy traffic. Has to turn. Have to turn. I can't see nothing without this car here. All right, that's good at least. All right, it's turning yellow.
big yellow.
Smart. All right. All right, we're popping into the sheriff's office. All the SWAT trucks are there. All of them. All right, Nanos. We believe in you, Nanos. I do. I believe in you, Mr. Nanos. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. Good over evil. I like the spot. You know why I like the spot? It's nice and cool. I'm on standby. I see a lot of people interested. Otherwise, I'd be like on steak out here by myself. So all of you get to keep me company. Hello. I believe in Nanos. I don't know if y'all believe in Nanos, but I 100% believe in Nanos that he will get this job done and take it to the finish line. I really do think so. Who wants to talk? I'd love to interview Nanos. Nanos, let's talk. Nanos. All right. So, folks, I see nothing about any search warrants. I know that. I don't see anything about any search warrants being done. So I know people have been saying that in the chat, search warrants. So I'm going to put my email up. Anyone want to talk? Let me know what you have to say. Email tips at or dot JLR Boom. All right, you want to talk? Let's talk. We get acclimated here. I want to talk, Amanda says. I want to clear up this trash can theory. Born and raised in Arizona. Happy to clear the air and provide helpful info to you and your lovely chat. All right, Amanda. You want to talk about the trash can theory? What is the trash can theory? What was the trash can theory? We'll hear. You're up, Amanda.
Hi. Record your name. Reason for calling. I'll see if it's available.
JLR investigates trash can theory. Hello.
JLR!
Hi, Amanda.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. I see you're from the
Awesome.
Arizona area.
Yes, I am. I'm a Phoenician, born and raised.
How are you?
So I'm doing good. I hope you are enjoying Arizona weather. Yes, it gets hot. Keep the phones cool. The dashboard is no joke. But you're doing great.
Thank you.
I just wanted to touch base and say some things about the waste management.
Uh-huh.
And the cities vary, but residential cans, they started cracking it down. I want to say maybe 6 years ago, maybe. It was
Cracking down on what?
Years before COVID, but weight limits, because people were dumping cacti, vegetation, just yard stuff in their trash cans. So they started cracking down and put limits. And so now when the claws go out, there is a weight limit, and it would stop the trash cans from proceeding if it exceeds 50 to 75 pounds. Again, every city like Mesa, Chandler, Tucson, Phoenix, Gilbert, all of them, they all have different weight limits, but it only varies from 50 to 75. And
So you're saying if it goes like to a certain weight, it won't even pick it up?
yeah, it won't pick it up. And so with Nancy being 150, right, it would go off and trigger, and it would not be picked up. It would alert the garbage man. He would either get out of the vehicle if he needed to. But anyway, so wanted to provide the weight limit. And so I truly believe that there's no residential trash can that is going to be a part of this.
Well, I mean, maybe somebody could try at least, though.
Sure.
Without
but-
knowing.
Sure. Valid point. And so with that being said, I don't, if Nanos and, FBI and everybody, already knew that there's weight limits in, it would trigger some sort of report and be on there. You right?
And then the guy gets out, opens it up. Holy crap, there's a body.
Yes. Yep. And then, you spoke to the garbage man earlier, and he's absolutely correct. The camera turns on exactly when the claws go out and gets dumped into in the big bin, right, if you will. So there is monitor on, because again, people were violating, and so there's fees. I mean, you can get fined up to, I think it's like $2,500 if you are caught, putting cacti. Cacti is heavy, believe it or not. So
Is it?
I just wanted to throw that out there with everybody and just put that to rest.
I've got
because I feel like
these beautiful
it
Florida
would have already
marbles
triggered
there.
by now if there was some sort of red flag from garbage pickup on Wednesdays. Wackadoodle Wednesday, everyone.
Wackadoodle Wednesday, exactly. But I do think at the end of the day, the perp has discarded something in the trash centered around this case. Whether it's his outfit, whether it's the backpack, whether it's the holster, something.
Oh, sure. Oh,
Something,
yeah,
not a body, but
absolutely.
something.
Yeah, sorry. I was talking more so of a body weight. That would have been flagged because I watch you every day. So I heard somebody suggest that they could have easily put somebody in the residential trash can. Sure, you can,
Or they might even go sick Jennifer Doulis route and start chopping people up, right? And putting people in different areas of the trash.
You get an arm, you get
I mean, it's sick, but there's sickos out there.
I know there
Seriously.
is. I don't want to think like that.
You know, because the perp is like, yeah, at this point, if this was a ransom or whatever, like it was, and it just everything fell apart. The ransom or the perp's thinking, well, how do we dispose of a body? Well, we're all, digging around the desert and looking in the mountains and looking in the terrain, but lo and behold, perp could have done some, chopping up or something. Put, I don't mean to be graphic, but put people in the trash.
It's reality, as sad as it is, And this Nancy Guthrie case, this really hits close to home. It's in Arizona. It's my state, and I don't live in Tucson, but near, and been watching you, and you've been great.
We're just trying to get answers. We're waiting for the next move here.
Yeah, I know. We all are.
All right, Amanda. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thanks so much.
Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye.
You take care. Thank you. Miss Wonderful wants to come back. Miss Wonderful. She kind of maybe Miss Wonderful. Miss Wonderful. You want to go again, Miss Wonderful? Remember Miss Wonderful from earlier today? All right, Miss Wonderful. I guess I'll bring you back because you're a very animated person here. Miss Wonderful. Remember Miss Wonderful from earlier today? Let's see, Miss Wonderful. Yep, Miss Wonderful. All right, Miss Wonderful.
Okay, what do I text?
What up, JLR?
Hi, Miss Wonderful.
Hey, how you doing? You out there, you working, you grinding out there. I love it.
Thank you, Miss Wonderful. What's on your mind now?
This trash thing. Riddle me this, Batman. Forensics 101, I agree with you. Why would you allow any trash or anything to be removed from that property and not secure that? That's crazy.
I'm saying. I mean, but I don't, the day it happened, maybe they just, obviously it's Sunday morning, maybe there was trash supposed to go out and it just never went out.
Right, but you've been there daily, pretty much. There has been consistent trash removals, hasn't it?
On the neighborhood, yeah.
They've been picking up Nancy's trash as well, correct?
I haven't ever seen that Nancy's trash. They're behind her wall. There's 2 trash cans.
Okay.
Looks like they're green. But here was my point about the trash guy. Perp could discard things in other people's trash nearby, not take it with them.
That's right.
Or something centered around this case disposed of. You would think, just to cover your bases here, because apparently they don't have no perp or nothing, you would think you would, hey, the trash man, hello sir, the regular route person, just like the regular mailman, just like the regular FedEx driver, just like the regular UPS, ask them, have you seen anything suspicious? Like next door, the maintenance man gets pulled to the side by the FBI, and they're just asking the maintenance man, have you seen anything suspicious?
That's right. Anybody that visits that property on a regular, you would think, like you said, they would interview them, particularly him. I mean, you rolled up on him and basically he volunteered the information. He was like, hey,
he was shocked that they didn't talk to him. That's what he was shocked. He was like, no, man, they didn't even speak to me. Like he was like, and then he was opened up to me.
Right. And then he even came back to you. He put it in reverse, came back to you and said, oh, by the way, when the arms go up, it takes a picture. So,
but Amanda just
asked him for the picture.
But Amanda just clarified, not really going to get a body in there because it wouldn't be picked up, because of their policies, whatever. They got the weight limit.
Okay.
But I would say if I was an investigator, I'm not. And I guess these are the pros. Maybe they already have an angle they're going at and they're saying this is irrelevant. Who cares about the trash, whatever like that. But, I mean, if you're going around the ground looking for gloves, you would think that they would just ask the trash man, even though they can't really see what's in the trash because it's the binner.
I agree.
Did you happen to see anything?
I agree with you, JLR. I think, the bottom line, I think they're perpetrating. I mean, they're setting this up for the defense, with all the mistakes and, securing or not securing of the property. It's like, I really hope that Nanu already has his person, because if not, he got some explaining to do. You got a whole lot of explaining to do.
Shanna Lee, PNW says, disagree. Husband works for Waste Management 22 years. Cal,
Okay.
can overweight is noted. Not all trucks weigh. Waste Management has found bodies in and behind dumpsters and small trash bins. Yes, there are cameras.
Yeah, and why have you, if they have or have not, but if that's the regular driver, he knows whether or not he's been contacted. So I think he's telling the truth. They never reached out to him.
There were two companies on that street, but different people have different trash. Somebody could throw something in someone else's trash.
But that was Waste Management, right? Because
there was Waste
Management.
Waste Management and Waste Connections.
And Waste Connections.
Yeah,
right,
those are the two in the air. I also saw Republic. I swear I saw a blue Republic, but
okay.
I don't know, like going through the neighborhood, but both of them said nope. And they're the regular delivery people. They're the regular drivers.
Regular routine guys.
Yeah, you get the routine guys.
Right. Instead, let me hold up for a second, because when you walked away earlier at Nancy's, a van pulled up.
Yes.
And you made mention of it. I saw it pull up because you had your camera on it. But what was that? What was that about?
He was taking pictures of the front porch.
Really?
He pulled down his window. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. He's showing his photo. Like, he literally drove into the circle specifically to take pictures of the front porch and then dip out.
Wow. This just gets crazier and crazier by the day.
It's probably somebody just using that as an opportunity because no cops are the property's now secure. Oh, just go up to the front step, take some pictures. What's going to happen? I'm out of here.
That's right. That's why I'm willing to bet that they probably have, like I said earlier, a whole lot more than they're telling us. But, we're all anxious because, bless your heart, Nancy, we're all anxious to find out where's Nancy, right? But I would be willing to say they already got their person. We're just sitting ducks at this point, waiting for the answers. Like I said, they gotta stitch that turkey up. They gotta lace that turkey up.
Oh, there goes the turkey again.
There go the turkey. We gotta lace the turkey. Guess what? Because you figure it out. Come on, JLR. You got a turkey with stuffing in it. That's all the evidence. They did all their work. Now they got to lace it up and get this turkey. We got to get him up out of here. He's causing too much time and too much trouble for us.
I concur.
So I just want him to bring Nancy back. If you out there, listen up. Listen to Miss Wonderful, okay? I need you to have a heart, or somebody around you that knows you to have a heart. And if at least you have a heart, you can let someone know where Nancy is. I'm pretty sure that JLR Investigates will drive to her, pick her up, and bring her back home. I'm pretty sure we'll do that. So hopefully you have a heart and help us to get Nancy back to, what is it, 5208, 5280? I want her back.
I appreciate your talk, Miss Wonderful.
You're welcome.
You take care.
You're welcome. And you have a great night. Get something to eat, and stay hydrated, and let's keep it moving. I'm right here with you.
God bless you. Be safe.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, JLR. Bye-bye.
All right, Miss Wonderful. Spoke to her twice. Twice. All right. Who's up? Who wants to speak? Outside the Pima County Sheriff's Office. Let's talk, Elaine says. What's Elaine have to say? Hold on a second. I work at a landfill. My name is Crochet. You're gonna have to give me the phone number. We have a landfill worker. Just gotta give me your number. All right, Elaine. What do you have to say? Elaine, you want to talk? Elaine wants to talk. All right, coming in. 202. Elaine, you're up.
Hello.
Hi, Elaine.
JLR, how are you?
I'm great. What you got for us?
Okay, this is what I'm thinking.
What do you think?
Well, at the beginning, the first week, Sheriff was
he said person of interest was so and so. She was taken out of the bed. The videos were smashed, no evidence, and then he retracted all that. In the first week. And in my opinion, with no, how do you say it? With no info, them coming out and throwing a bone or giving us some information, they're just not saying nothing. I think they know where Nancy is. I think they know who did it, and I think they're building an investigation against that person.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, that's what keeps coming to my mind, because every once in a while they'll throw a little bone, like every week. They the first week it was all the retractions and everything, okay, and then the second week was the FBI, they're coming in, they're having the FBI help, and then it was, they weren't going to give any of the stuff to the FBI to trace or to check, and then the second week, what did they throw out? Then Savannah, did her plea because they had the ransom letter. Then they had 3 or 4 ransom letters, and someone also sent a thing in saying, I know who did it, give me this money so I can hide out or whatever. That was another bone. And then they threw, then the brother said, his thing. And so that was another bone. And then all 3 of them did that last one. And then the last bone that we've got was her sister and Tomasco walking down and putting their flowers down. And it's like we're getting just bits and pieces from, and I think that was all show. I don't think that was sincere myself. I think it was more of a photo type prop, because they waited till nobody was there except that one news station.
Got you. We will wait what happens, Elaine. We'll see.
Yeah.
I appreciate the comment.
Yeah, and that's how I feel about it, and and that's where I'm coming from, and I'm just waiting for them to throw us another bone.
We shall see. Thanks for the call.
Well, thank you for all you do there, JLR. I appreciate it. I'm restraining you, just so you know. I put it in the message. And I'm hot damn Elaine.
All right. Take care of yourself.
All right, hon.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you later. Bye.
All right. Let's see if we have any professionals. You work at a landfill? Raggedy says she works at a landfill. Let's get a landfill perspective. Let's see if there are any bodies ever been to the landfill. Landfill. Oh, New Mexico.
Hi, if you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
Landfill. Landfill talk.
Hi, JLR. How are you?
Hello, is Raggedy?
Yeah, I go by Crochet, but yeah.
Crochet. Hello, Crochet.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good.
All right,
let's
go. No, go ahead.
I work at a landfill, and I just wanted to put your mind at ease a little bit.
All right, go for it.
Okay, so we have a supervisor that has to go to school every year for training. When we receive the trash, they do get weighed. Everything gets weighed in and out, because that's how they pay. You take in your gross, and then they weigh out, and the difference is what they pay on by the price of the ton. So everything does get weighed.
Well, how was that?
2, whenever they come in, it gets separated by municipal.
I did pretty good, huh?
Like
You got the
C&D,
prime
construction and
time.
demolition
Good
traffic.
time. Yes, I did.
So people that are afraid of trash
That,
getting,
my opinion.
like a dumpster
That's how I feel about
or
it.
regular
I've been saying
municipal
it
trash,
from the
household trash,
beginning,
it would a body would
Karina.
definitely be seen. And let me put your mind at rest that whenever the trash trucks unload, they back up into the pit, and we have what's called a spotter. And the spotter stands there to make sure that it is all municipal trash that's getting dumped. So we have to search for things while the lift gate is being open and the trash is coming out. We have to search for things like that do not belong, like wood, metal, tires, batteries, fluorescent light bulbs, pesticides, fertilizers, oil filters, things like that would be toxic because it's going straight into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And the wood and metal goes into a different.
So it all gets sorted out.
Absolutely. The wood and metal would go into construction and demolition. Do you see what I mean? So those people dump in a different place. If something comes out of the municipal trash truck that does not belong, we have to physically pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know that there has been cases, but I don't want you to worry, because after that trash truck dumps, the guy on the loader spreads out, or the compactor spreads out the trash, and you would definitely see a 150-pound body. Now, if it was dismembered, they could get away with it if parts were put, sorry to sound graphic, but like in shoe boxes or trash bags or something else. But I don't think that person was in the house long enough to do that, personally.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to let you know that there are safety protocols. We go inspect every load that comes in. Now, I work at a landfill in Texas.
Uh-huh.
But I'm pretty sure that's nationwide regulation.
So has authorities ever came to your landfill about a body or anything suspicious they wanted to search?
To ours, no.
Well, how does that work? Like do they just come with a warrant, or they ask voluntarily when you want to search? You know anything about that?
Yeah, they would come with a warrant if they wanted to, but we would let anybody. Now, I will tell you, sadly, a lot of cats end up in dumpsters. Yeah, absolutely.
Cats?
Yes, because people leave the lids open and they go in there searching for food. The lid gets closed, they get put into the trash truck.
Oh, I don't want to hear that. Oh,
I'm sorry.
that's so sad.
It is very sad. But that's typically the only bodies we see. And a decomposed body would smell way different than your typical.
Whoa. Speaking of that with cats, well, hold on a second. With cats, dude, I see signs all over neighborhoods all the time. Missing cat. Is there a chance that some of these people's missing cats end up in the garbage and they just get stuck?
Absolutely.
Man.
We find several a day.
Yeah, because I see signs in neighborhoods, and I always think, well, why is somebody's cat missing in the neighborhood? You know, nobody's going to steal a cat, but some of these cats just vanish off the face of the earth, and now you're just like, okay, they jump in someone's trash, lid closed, they're done.
Exactly, because we have dumpsters here, so the trash truck will pick up a dumpster, and the arm will raise it up and dump all the trash into the trash truck.
Must be a commercial.
So if the cat is in there, you know, and the lid gets closed, it's really sad.
Well, I appreciate the insight on the trash. I still think centered around this case, it's possible something centered around this case has made it to the landfill.
Possibly.
Articles of clothing.
But I do not think at all there's a body.
No body.
Not a whole body, because the tractor spreads out the trash into a thin layer and then compacts it. And it would definitely be seen.
Crochet, I appreciate the time.
Anytime.
You be safe.
All right, you too. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, when people say they want to talk, share. I got it figured out. Lakin says, I've been a caregiver for 20 years for the elderly. All right, caregiver. Let's hear what you have to say, caregiver. Caregiver for the elderly. That's a mystery in this case too, the caregiver.
Hey, JR.
Hello.
Hey.
What's going on?
Okay, I've got this, I think, figured out.
You got it all figured out.
I've been a caregiver for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I go into homes and I hear all the all the patients and stuff, their family, a lot of them are getting abused and they're scared of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But when their family comes in, they won't say anything. The card that was on Nancy's door that Monday.
Yes.
So she had to have called on them, and I think it's the son-in-law. I really do. I think he's the one that took her, and he took her home, and her being on blood thinners, that blood could have been there for 2 or 3 weeks before it got cleaned up or whatever. But he does know, and the sheriff, no nonsense, he's the one that's covering everything up. Because you would be surprised, and every caregiver out there knows what I'm talking about. You got all these patients are being abused by their family members.
Yes.
But when they come around everybody else, there's just such loving people. And all that crap that they come up there and taking them pictures yesterday is bullshit. Okay?
Whoa. What do you mean, like the pictures? Like you think
when they come up there and just like carrying on, oh my God, and Annie, she's just as guilty, and I think she's scared of her husband.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because she acts like she doesn't have common sense to even get out of the car, and I think that's what's going on. And I'm not sure that Nancy is still alive. I don't feel like she's gone anywhere. I think she's around the house somewhere, and they've got her, and now they don't know. They're scared. They don't know what to do. That's why nobody's getting the money. Does that make sense?
Well, I mean, you got it figured out, you say.
I think that's what's going on, because I'm telling you, JR, I had a patient. When I first started seeing her, her family just loved her and blah, 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 blah. Little did I know that she was getting abused. And then they start talking to you because that's like your family. Like, I don't even know Nancy, but she feels like my grandma. You know what I mean? But those people just don't show up at your door and leave a card for no reason.
Well, okay, so how do you know about this as a caregiver? Like, what's the card about? Like, I'm trying to figure out.
The card about the elderly, the abuse that the lady showed you.
Adult Protective Services.
Okay, who called them?
Who did, and when do they come out the same day you make the call?
No, they do not. It's just like when you call about. I was married to a SWAT guy. Chief of police for 18 years. So I went to all these schools and all this stuff. Now, I will say the sheriff is no nonsense, but the deputies are busting their butt out there and not getting credit for it. And if they don't do what he says, then, they won't have a job. And they've got families to take care of and children to feed or whatever.
Yeah.
And the LPI, they're busting their butts. But that nonsense bullcrap sheriff, they're in trouble over there with that guy.
Yeah, Jeanette, I did.
Because let me tell you something, if he's coming up for
I didn't hear
re-election,
it.
why in the hell
I was outside when he called because I wanted.
Okay?
wanted to be what was
The
quiet
sheriff
at
where
the
my
hearing.
ex-husband worked, there was a lady over there that got murdered by her ex-boyfriend or ex-husband with a baby in the bed with her. And she
People
went
are
missing.
cray.
And that sheriff wasn't out working out and going to a freaking basketball game and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And I just think that son-in-law, the band member of his, that's who done it. Because when you take his picture and put it in that sketch, the artist that did the sketch, and 9 times out of 10, they're dead on it. Okay? And I honestly believe that he didn't do it. Damaso didn't do it. But he has been treating Nancy like crap. Okay? And he got her to get the Uber that night so he could take her home that night. Right?
Well, I mean, that's the $1 million question. Why she only go Uber one way and not both?
Yeah, why would you? Listen, my mom is 78 and she lives like the same distance me and Annie and Nancy did. Actually, she lives 5 miles apart. You think I'm going to call my mom and say, oh, you need to catch an Uber over here, or I'm busy cooking, or blah, 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 blah? That's bullshit, okay? Excuse my French. But I am really upset about this, and I honestly believe that the FBI, they know what's going on. They're not in on it. But I think that's why they said, oh, well, you know, we didn't, they're not guilty, because the FBI is probably playing his butt, because he's going to get caught. Okay, he's going to get caught.
Do you think Tommaso?
Yes, he's the one that done it.
Yeah, but he doesn't look like the guy to me. He doesn't look like the guy in the
I don't think the video has
No,
anything to
he
do with it either.
He did not go. He did not pick up Nancy, the band member of his.
Well, thank you,
When
Susan.
the 2
I'm
pictures
going
with
to go in
him,
the other room so I can hear it.
the
I'll be
guy
right
in the
back.
band, I don't know his name. I
You
think
think
he's in the front.
You think it's the band guy?
Yes. And I think all of that is staged because, listen, if anybody that, they like the gun, the holster, and that wasn't a real gun. That was a fake gun, okay? I've got 5 grandsons. And that is about as fake as they come, because that was a real gun. He wouldn't have had it in front of his crotch. Because I don't think, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's the band guy. I don't
don't
think it's the band guy at all.
think
Band guys also came out and said he's not involved.
No. He's involved. He
Whoa.
is involved. Yes, and I believe Nancy is still alive, because you can take some. Okay, Annie was picking up her medication, right? Okay, you can, as a caregiver, I pick up medicines.
Yeah.
And I fix their medicines.
Uh-huh.
So I know when they're going to run out, correct?
Hold on for 1 second. I got a visitor. Hold on for 1 second.
Okay.
I remember you. Your name is starts with a P, right? I knew that. Oh, what do you got, Philip? Philip got something here. Oh, Philip. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Hey, oh man, you're a lifesaver. Thank you.
Oh yeah, you're live, huh?
Yeah, I'm live right now. Let me hear. Hold on. Philip brought some water.
Oh, that was sweet.
Oh man, I just want to give you my insight, man. Yeah, you're welcome, brother.
Thank you.
My insight is that if somebody's close to the family.
You think it's somebody close to the family?
And I believe in God wholeheartedly, man. If she's alive, she's not dead. They're gonna find her. They're gonna find her.
They're gonna find her.
Absolutely, they're gonna find her, man. And you're gonna help them break the case.
Oh, I'm just here documenting.
I know, man.
Thank you, Philip.
Doing good, man.
Yeah, I'm doing
Awesome,
great.
man. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you.
again.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
no problem, man.
Thank you. He came out yesterday, Philip. That's
That
Philip.
was very sweet.
He brought some water. Thank you, Philip.
Good.
He's watching. He's a local. He came over last night, talked to him a little bit.
Well, you need to stay hydrated. But let me start on another scenario too. Well, not really, but they were talking about the transplant and people selling
Uh-huh.
organs and stuff. Okay, I'm from Georgia, and
not too far from where you live. But anyway, my dad had a double lung transplant. Okay. Well, I am a donor, and my whole entire family, and everybody listening, if you're not a donor, you need to jump on board, because when you go down there to Jacksonville, you'll see 1 and 2 year olds that are, needing an organ. Okay. But, so I'm a donor. Well, I have cirrhosis because I'm inherited from my grandfather, because I'm not a drinker. My granddaddy wasn't. He was a preacher and stuff. But anyway, I asked the lady, I says, listen, I'm a donor, but I have cirrhosis. She said, honey, all your organs that are no good, I'll go to a child. So, but I'm telling you, I just want to clear that part up. And this comes from the harvest team down in Tampa, Florida.
Gotcha. You got 1 minute left. Any final words?
Dimash, you need to get off your butt and bring your mother-in-law and let her go, because she's still alive.
Whoa, you're speaking directly to Damaso?
You dang straight. If I had him, I would get in his face right now. I'm 5'11" and a half, and trust me, I am mad.
Whoa.
I watch you every day, every night. I am at work watching you, okay?
You really think you're speaking to Tommaso?
I am speaking to Tommaso. Get off your butt, get your band member, and get that woman back home and leave her alone. Because let me tell you something, JR. When you and my ex-husband will tell you, he's worked on child abuse cases and elderly cases. When you call DFACS on a thing like that, they got called in Friday. Well, then they showed up Monday. So that would be right, because it could have been after hours, and I believe Nancy's the one that called.
Interesting. All right, Miss
So
Caregiver.
Needs to listen. You need any more advice, you call me.
All right. You be safe out there.
I will. And
all right. I disagree with you on the Tommaso and bandmate guy, though. I just want to put that out on the record.
Okay, well, listen, you don't have to agree with that. But I promise you, when it's all said and done, you could be like, dang, Lincoln told me. And if I wasn't a caregiver and saw the abuse of it, and every caregiver and nurse out there in nursing homes, they see it every day. And it's really sad, because you don't know, you think your loved one's at a nursing home or a caregiver, and a caregiver's just there for the money.
Mm-hmm.
So who would benefit, JR? Who would benefit from her being gone?
Well, that's the mystery. That's what everyone's trying to figure out. Who benefits from this?
It would be him. It would be him. And my sister is a school teacher, and yes, they have backpacks. I have 5 grandchildren. You know how many times I've lost a jacket at school?
How many?
Or a backpack?
A lot.
So I'm telling you, you call me back, because I'm telling you, this is what's going to happen. And
all right, Miss Caregiver. You take care of yourself. God bless.
Thank you, honey.
Bye-bye.
And Lord bless you.
Bye-bye. All right. She had a direct message to Tommaso. Wow. What do you think? Got somebody watching from New Zealand. Let me see here. Truck drivers. We got so many. Retired disabled defense contractor, crime analysis, research analysis for 10 plus years. Amy, a crime analysis by the name of Amy wants to talk. A crime analysis. All right, Amy, you're up. Crime analysis. Let's see what a crime analysis has to say. Someone's been in the business for 10 plus years. A crime analysis is on the phone. $202 coming in. Hello.
Hello?
Hi, JLR.
JLR?
Yeah. You're a crime analysis. Hi, is this Amy?
I am. I've done it for many years. Yes, this is Amy. Hi, JLR. First of all, thank you
Thank you.
for all you're doing.
Thank
I
you.
really,
You're welcome.
this is a new medium to us, and my first case with you, watching it 12 hours a day like you're doing is just incredible, especially in those conditions. So I want to thank you for that.
You're welcome. It's going to get cooler in the next couple of days, so it'll be much easier. Probably be out there in front of the house more.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So,
I mean, we want Nancy found now. Hopefully, it doesn't get there. But talk to us. What's going on, Crime Analysis?
just from speaking of motive, crimes like this on the elderly, are not that common. And I've listened to the neighbors that are kind to you and that do say that this is a safe neighborhood. I do believe it's targeted. I'm either in it's an inside family member, family relation of some sort involved, or it's someone it's an obsessed fan stalker type scenario. The weird question is, if somebody did take her for money, why haven't they come forward for the ransom? Because, I don't believe that it was one perp. I really don't. I think I saw the walkie-talkie, an electric phone, perhaps. I'm not sure.
I'll be right here.
That's been put out there. I think obviously the cell phone data retrieval, that method, I can't, case, I think it's called. I can't recall the name of it, but that's going to yield
Celebrate.
Yeah, just like Kohlberger, I think no matter what, even if you have a burner, I think that it's going to ping on a tower, even if it's a burner phone.
So no phone.
I'm saying if there is a phone, even if it's a burner, a cell phone's a cell phone. A ping is a ping.
Yes.
It doesn't care what phone it is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They would have had a number even if it was a burner phone.
Right. I'm saying, but
burner phones can get tracked all the time. You can find out the origins of the burner phone. You can find out where the burner phone was bought.
100%. And they're not going to tell us all of this stuff right now. But I am with you. I think something's cooking. I think something is coming. I don't believe that the mixed DNA is not going to yield something, because it does in so many cases. It just takes time. It was explained. I watched Banfield recently. She had some Texan
thing was
search
from
and rescue person that knows all about
burner phones do ping
the name of the company in Florida, Deerfield Beach, that is working on the DNA analysis. Mixed DNA, that stuff takes time, because you've got to weed out what you're not looking for. I'm sorry, why are you guys? Part of my family is like, what are you doing? Who are you talking to?
Tell them JLR.
Yeah, it's JLR Investigates. I've been watching this guy for a month for a reason.
3 minutes.
For also my source, let's just quote that.
Somebody just told you 3 minutes.
No, it was 40 minutes.
No, somebody told you 3 minutes.
What, on chat?
No, I thought somebody said you got 3 minutes left.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, well.
No. I'm saying somebody just told you on your end you got 3 minutes.
They wanted me to miss 40 minutes
inside
the home.
Okay. I thought somebody's giving you a deadline.
No, they're going, what are you doing? And then my other source is saying, tell them about the 40 minutes. The 40 minutes inside the home.
Yeah.
We've been going round and round. It almost like there was some negotiation of some sort in the home with Nancy. You wake her up out of bed and you're asking her, where is this? I'm not saying money. I'm not saying jewels. I know this was out there by some strange person that took their name off of X, but documentation, power of attorney, all that stuff. I mean, I don't want to put the family's names in there because everybody, tomato, all that crap. I understand it. But isn't it interesting that they just moved into that neighborhood just down the road from Nancy last year? And I have a source. I know
the mortgage, I don't want to talk about their financial stuff, but it is their mortgage for that home is significantly less than what the home is worth. I think they had help on that end. I do think that there is something stinks to high heaven, JLR.
Whoa.
It stinks. And 9 times out of 10, the family is involved. A family member, a distant family contact.
That's a 90% chance.
Or hold on, or let's go extreme. It's a stalker, it's someone obsessed with Savannah Guthrie.
That's it. That's your only logical conclusions, you think?
It is. I Occam's razored it for a
I
month.
don't think so.
So I could be wrong. This is my opinion. I am not an expert. I don't have a degree in this. I just have experience in this.
Well, we shall see. I appreciate your time.
I appreciate you calling.
Thanks for watching.
Thank
and
you. Thank you.
We'll find
And
out what
thank you for
happened.
everything. Stay safe, hydrated. Watch the sun out there. I have skin cancer on my bottom lip. I'm a native Floridian, and it is no joke. So please be careful.
Okay. Be safe. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right.
I hope he's still on the phone again.
Uh-oh. Somebody was yelling at her. I think somebody was just yelling at her. She didn't hang up. Whoa. All right. All right. What do you think?
A lot of different opinions, huh?
I have a few ideas. Michelle wants to talk. Michelle says she has a few ideas. What's your ideas, Michelle? All right, we're going to call Michelle. She says she got a few ideas. Let's see what this is about.
Hey, JR, how are you?
Hello, Michelle. I'm great. How are you?
Turn this down. Oh, I am awesome. I'm trying to turn this down here. Here we go. I'm great, and I've totally been enjoying everything you're doing. I know everybody says that, but I've been watching you since you started. And I have a couple of theories that I don't know if anybody has mentioned.
Go for
but
it.
All right. Well, it's just very strange timing.
The
The Epstein files have been, released and all this crazy stuff. And there's some high, ranked people involved with this Epstein thing, including the president of the United States, quite possibly. This is just quite possibly. At the same time as this, we have the Charlie Kirk
Political.
assassination.
You're going to make it political.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, Turning Point USA, who Charlie Kirk was a head of, right, is a multi-billion-dollar church that goes completely untaxed because it is a non-for-profit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, all this happened, and then poor Nancy, and then on top of all of that, for more corruption, just to get to the TV video side, which is my thing, Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni have been duking it out in the media as well. So you've got Epstein, Charlie Kirk, Turning Point, then there's Nancy, and then there's Blake and Justin Baldoni. And I just really feel like it's just my idea. I always thought that they took her to Mexico because the only way they could keep her alive is with the medication.
These are like some serious connections of you're saying, Michelle. Like
I know. I took notes, and I know because I'm used to be on a TV show. So
what TV show were you on?
I was on Guiding Light for 3 years as a contract player, and now I am going through cancer again, and I actually have my own channel called Laughing in Cancer's Face.
Laughing in Cancer's Face. Oh.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I've been taking notes on this again, and like I said, now on top of the turning point in Charlie Kirk's assassination. Now we have someone like Candace Owens, who I love, and she's all up in Erica Kirk's business because now Erica Kirk is being investigated. And Turning Point USA is so freaking powerful. It's a multi-billion-dollar company. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major things going on, not even mentioning the bombing going on overseas, because that's all happening now too, right?
Yeah.
So this is all like distracting. It's all distracting. I think, and this is really far-fetched, that if this did have something to do with government, if it had something to do with the timing of this, I just wouldn't be surprised, because there's so many people on the line. You know, and then you've got the sex P. Diddy thing happening. So there's just a lot going on right now, and I just feel like a lot of this stuff has to do with the government and different things, and you know, the Turning Point and all of this. It's weird. And so if I was to say that this was a setup of some kind, and they knew this was going on, this was going to happen, right? And they knew this was going to happen, so they send in either the feds, or it's got to be the feds, because the sheriff is a numbnut. But anyway, they send them in to screw up the investigation, to walk up and down, to put fingerprints everywhere, to let the guy trim bushes at the house. All of this could quite possibly, I know, right? All of this could quite possibly be dragging their feet to try to keep the media involved in this case, rather than being distracted by the power and greed that is behind all of those things that I just listed. And that is my opinion.
Well, I appreciate the call. We'll see if there's any connection to any of those people you mentioned.
Yeah, you should check it out, because it's pretty interesting, and I'm interested to see what people say in the chat, if they're all following the other stories. But thank you for everything. I'll let you go.
Thank you for watching. You be safe. God bless.
I will. Take care. God bless. Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, folks. Let me know what you think. We got what do we got here? All right, we got a former DOC, current patrol deputy. All right, someone wants to be even anonymous, but someone in law enforcement wants to speak. Have to keep them anonymous. All right, I'm just going to call you Mr. Anonymous Law Enforcement Officer. Law enforcement wants to speak. Let's see what he has to say.
What's going on, JR?
Hello, sir. I'll call you Mr. Anonymous LE.
That works.
All right. What do we got?
Typically in crime, you got 3 motives, right? You got greed, opportunity, money, one of those motives. And everything that, these crazy theories that people are throwing out there, I don't really see what's the end game, The abduction of Nancy Grace isn't gonna, Nancy Guthrie isn't gonna.
You called her Nancy Grace.
Yeah, it's close enough. Isn't gonna distract the whole world from the Epstein file. They're gonna distract the whole world from whatever else is going on. I mean, it's got to be something in the family is what I'm thinking. Tomaso is really the only one that would fit all of these categories. Like the other people have said, $600,000 home, not far from her house. He was the last person to see her. Everything just adds back to him, and until he is completely cleared and they arrest somebody, I think that the whole world's going to think that it was him.
Well, I concur with that. I feel that if this case continues to go on and on and on, there will be quite a few people, and I don't even think it's fringe. It's a lot of people are just always going to point the finger at Tommaso. He's never going to escape that cloud of suspicion.
Exactly, yes. And coming out in public, like he did yesterday, coming out in public for the first time and whatnot. I mean, it's a good front, but there's so much more behind the scenes. Like you said on your channel, I mean, the stature doesn't necessarily match up to him, but his bandmate, I mean, it looks pretty similar. And you just got to follow the money. Eventually, somebody's going to slip. Eventually, loose lips. Eventually, something's going to slip, especially if there's more than one person. And I think that, even though we're on, day 32, day 33, you're really still early on in the investigation. And this is by no means going cold. This is still very, very early in the investigation.
Yeah. We shall see. You work in LE, law enforcement?
I do.
Anything that you notice of you being in LE that you notice about this case, that should have been done better, or is it done properly that you've seen on the surface? What's your take?
So I'm not in the investigation side of things. I mean, obviously that's a step, that's a different step, but just from the onset, I mean, when you have an elderly person missing, the first thing that you do, like everybody else has said, is you really secure the scene, because the chances of Nancy Guthrie getting up at 12 o'clock and 11 o'clock at night and just walking out of her front door are about zero. So it just seems like you can always shut down the scene and then close it down. Like you got to cast a wider net than what was cast. I mean, I would do roped off the entire house, shit the entire block if you want to, because you can always change that. But once you go in and you start contaminating a scene, I mean, those fingerprints that they pulled, who knows whose fingerprints those could have been?
Yeah.
You bring in the FBI 4 days later, who really knows whose fingerprints you got? And like you were talking earlier to the trash guy, I mean, it feels like really nobody's really been interviewed, if you ask me.
Well, there's been some, but some of that have not. Maybe they have a reason why they don't interview everyone. But if they really genuinely, like they literally, like right now, do not know who the perp is, and they're starting from scratch, then you would think that they would start interviewing anyone and everyone around there.
Yeah, for sure. No, it just doesn't. The timeline is a little iffy on everything, and everything.
Maybe the trash person or somebody saw, or somebody saw something.
Yeah, everything, in my experience, everything comes back to money or greed. And I mean, the family is 9 times out of 10 the ones that either want the money or have the greed. And with that family moving in, Tommaso moving in down the block a couple of years ago, he's in a band and a substitute teacher, and he bought a $600,000 home. I don't think that the salary of being in a band and being a substitute teacher is really going to afford you a $600,000 home.
Yeah.
Seems like they moved in, waiting for mom to pass away so they could cash in on some life insurance. She just didn't die.
Appreciate your opinion.
You bet.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day. Thank you for your service.
You bet. Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right. He wanted to remain anonymous. He said he works law enforcement. Interesting. Any other professionals out there? Ebony says she has something to say. Ebony says she has something to say. All right, Ebony. You're coming in the mix, Ebony. Ebony says she has something to say. All right. We always want to hear what people have to say. All right, Ebony. Welcome to the chat.
I like when he does this.
You're up.
Hi. If you record your name and reason for calling.
Hello. Hi. Hello. Are you there, Ebony?
Hello.
Hi, Ebony. Hey, mute your TV down, please. I hear me echoing.
Okay, I'm here.
Hi, Ebony.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I am good. I just would like to say I've been watching you from day one.
Nice.
I think that either somebody has a drug problem or a gambling habit. And It's family related.
Why do you think that?
I think that because who is really, this is 2026, who is really going out and kidnapping people? This is like a movie.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
what they're wanting it to be.
Ebony, it is. It's like a movie. This is a Lifetime movie. This is like Unsolved Mysteries 2.0 on steroids.
Yes, and I really think that somebody has a gambling habit or a drug habit. They took her to cover their stuff.
But how many people get kidnapped over drug habits, though? Well, you know.
I live in Indianapolis, so it's out here, so things happen. But I think that the reason why it's so quiet right now, what I really, really think is whoever the ringleader is killed everybody out, and he's gonna think he's gonna get away scot-free.
Really?
That's what I think.
We shall see. Ebony.
That's what I think.
Well, I appreciate your time. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey. Thank you.
You have a good day.
Thanks for stopping
Bye-bye.
I'm not trying to interrupt here.
No, I got a special guest here. Look who just joined me. Hey!
All
Hey,
right.
looking good, brother.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All right, so this is James.
Hey,
from the East Coast.
That's right. Hey.
James just rides with the maps.
Yeah, just checking in, man. I'm the end of my day, the end of my 2 days, my end of my 2.5 days. And, just wanted to feel everybody.
How was your day? What was happening?
I've got
today?
blisters, man.
Blisters?
Yeah, I can feel them. Yeah, I've been on many hikes, and especially after you get out of the city, you have to go far. If you're parking somewhere, there's just so much to look at. So,
what do you got? You got the map on you?
Yeah, I just wanted to highlight the different canyons and the canyon heads. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, got the map.
Yeah.
All right, so you got the map.
The different trailheads that I visited and even a trail that I hiked that led to a private driveway with a bunch of abandoned cars.
Whoa.
I know, and I took a picture of it. So if you
driveway with what you got? You got the photo?
Yeah, I got a photo.
Yeah,
I took a picture of it.
Show it up.
Yeah, so because
you just put anything up on the screen you want to show.
Okay, cool. I mean, I'm not here to interrupt.
No. We do calls, mix it up.
Right.
See
Oh,
searches.
there's anti-ICE and anti-Iran protests down the road.
Yeah, right down the road. Somebody was texting.
Somebody told you?
Oh, I've been seeing it. They've been tagging me.
Oh, I
since
took
the protest.
pictures.
I really want to pay attention to the protests right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it don't matter. There's that.
You can show it if you want.
No. I mean, it's some people feel different ways and stuff. But I mean, yeah. If you just want, I mean, here's this. I mean, y'all seen images like this before.
Maybe do it like this.
Yeah.
Watch this, like this.
Oh, you got it
right there.
Yeah.
All right. So people are down the street.
Yeah, there's that. But and here is the abandoned cars. So I took this is one picture. Let's see, how did you get it? Like this?
Yeah, you're saying. Oh, so there's cars.
Yeah. So.
Oh, wow.
So abandoned cars where?
On private property, I can't. It's beyond a fence. So you see the old car there, and its hood up. I even checked on Google and Apple Maps. There's many of them right there, and it's a private driveway.
Well, what brought you there?
Like, that's connected to the Ventana Canyon trailhead. So I walked probably about a half mile up the trail. Very, very busy, running into a lot of people. But it follows until it gets to the canyon. It follows behind a subdivision or a apartment complex. Very, very wealthy people, I assume. But
tonight's your last night.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I have to get something to eat and sleep for a little bit. I have to be in Phoenix at around 3 or 4
in the morning.
Yeah.
So an early flight.
Yeah, I have.
So you didn't fly from Tucson or from there to Tucson?
No. I saved a little bit of money by flying to Phoenix. Yeah.
And you're renting a car and coming down.
Yes.
But your take of so you came here for a couple days.
Yeah.
Search around for Nancy. What have you gotten out of this? What's your take? What do you think happened to Nancy?
So okay. I feel accomplished in that I gave it up my all. I mean, I've given 20 hours on foot, you know, mostly. I mean, unless I'm driving somewhere, but nowhere I drove was more than 25 minutes. So if I'm driving 5 minutes to the next place where I got out, parked, and looked, I feel accomplished in that. I feel defeated otherwise. It's the, you know, I mean, the blisters, I've gotten red.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You're sunburned, bro.
I've gotten red, man. Yeah. So I don't know whether if it shows here.
You just all by yourself without no cameras.
No cameras, no money, no nothing. And if I come across somebody, I tell them what I'm doing and ask them their opinion. But other than that, I mean, I watch you, but I watch other people too. And so anyway, this case is so interesting to me. But so defeated, sure, but I feel like I gave it my all. So I don't feel just completely down. As far as Nancy, I'm confused. I'll go on record and say, what does it say? Your chat is wild.
We got the most liveliest chat on the internet.
I tell you, man, I appreciate the people that are paying attention. You got some caring people too.
A lot of people with a lot of opinions.
Yeah, so
but a lot of people are paying attention.
Yeah.
We got a lot of smart people in the chat. We also got people
smart and
that really care, genuinely care,
emotionally connected too. You know, this is somebody, America's grandma, they say. So
yeah,
I don't know. What I do know is this: is that everybody, and I've said it before on your stream, is everybody that we know their name. If we know their name, they are not a suspect. This person that is the people or person, those names have not been.
That's your take.
They are under the radar.
No Tommaso, no Annie, no Luke,
no Kayla, no
Kayla, no
neighbor,
Carlos, no neighbor.
Well, no neighbor that has been named.
All right. Anyone that's been named, you're ruling.
Anybody that has been named,
cleared in your mind.
Yes. It is. In a case like this,
why? Because
you're frozen.
There's a lot of attention. Was
he buffering?
There's too much attention to let things linger. People were talking about let's build the case. They may already have somebody they're people saying nice things.
Thank you. They're saying thank you.
Okay, cool. It's my pleasure. But if the with a high profile case like this, they're going to want it wrapped up. I mean, I'd almost say that they would jeopardize some possibilities of guilty by jury, knowing that they'll have enough evidence to get a plea for life in prison or something like that. Or, I don't know if people probably don't plead to the death penalty, but so I don't think that they're they may be doing a lot behind the scenes, but they're not holding back. They're not waiting. They're not watching this person building a case. If they have someone, they're ready to they may be digging on some people, but they're not. They're going to go after them. They didn't have anything on. They had very little on Luke and Carlos, and they went after them, no problem. If they really believe they have someone, then they're going to go after them as soon as they can. So that's my take.
How old are you?
34.
34.
Why, is that someone said?
No, I was just wondering.
34 years old. A wise 34. I know I'm out here being, even my friends say hey, you got a better chance of Nancy knocking on your door at home than finding her out there in the desert. And I'm not looking for Nancy, I'm just looking for clues. But I did it,
Think about this, folks. A 34-year-old from the East Coast just decides to jump on a plane, come out to Arizona, and literally travel from Phoenix all the way down here and spend days, 20 hours searching around, looking around. On your own time.
On my own time.
Impressive.
I had a good sit-down meal last night, but other than that, I've only eaten fast food and I think only once or twice a day.
You want to go to the Waffle House with me later? No, seriously.
I'm going to
the Waffle House.
I don't know what time.
7.
7.
You want to go somewhere and come back here at 7 and follow me over to the Waffle House? I'll take you to Waffle House with me. I want a Waffle House. I like Waffle House.
I know you do.
You Eggs. You got some good yummy eggs.
I
You
understand.
want to go to Waffle House?
Let's see.
Waffle
Ask
House.
the chat.
Yeah, they all say yeah. They all say yeah. Should he come to the Waffle House with me?
Here's the thing, chat. I have to be up, so I booked my stay through tomorrow, but because of my flight early, I booked it so I could go to bed around 7 and wake up around midnight and start getting up to Phoenix. Talk me into it. I would love to,
Yeah, if you want, just think about it, and you can
and
text
you would
me
do
whatever.
7.
7. I mean, by the time I'm done.
Is it a Waffle House closer to the foothills?
Well, I'm
or
over
you're
this
over
way.
this
I'm
way?
over by the airport, so it's not far from here.
Oh, not far from here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I just have Waffle House.
I got you.
I like eggs.
Yeah. Yeah. If
you want, you don't have to. I mean, I can have it delivered to you if you want me to.
No, I wouldn't. And honestly, I'd probably I'd rather pay for you, man.
No, my treat.
I may be walking, but dude, you're doing excellent work. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I know your chat does, and
No, this is James' appreciation, because this is, I have much respect for someone taking out their own time and initiative to go out there and try to make a difference. You could do anything in the world right now. You could be gone home. You could be doing anything, but you choose to come out here. You don't have a YouTube channel or anything like that you're doing, right?
No YouTube
and you're
channel.
just out here just searching, trying to find answers, trying to find man. You got a map and everything.
Right. No, I feel good. Oh, I ran into a rattlesnake yesterday.
You did? Show you got the picture?
I took a picture. I don't know how good it is. I haven't looked at it. I've been I hate snakes, but I did take a picture as close as I could get.
But don't you agree? And this is me, because some people in my chat are saying to me, go out there and search. Go out there and search. I don't know where to search. Like you could do a preliminary look with your eyes, and you can brainstorm ideas and look at ideas and say things.
That's the best I could get of it. You see it?
Ooh, scary.
You see
There
it?
it is.
That's a diamond head.
Dude,
That's like
that's
an
actually
Arizona
good.
rattlesnake.
Yeah, it was crazy. It warned me.
Did
And
it?
oh it was loud.
But like it's so, like when we were up in the mountains, we're looking down on we're at the top, we're looking down the canyon. The little cars look like Matchbox, like this. It's so like it would be. First off, we don't even know what she was wearing.
No.
So not knowing what she was wearing, that's hard. If you got like remains and stuff like that, bones, but you got to know some sort of clothing that you're looking for, because then people could say, well, you're looking for a nightgown or something, or whatever clothes she was last wearing when she went with Annie and Tommaso. We don't know. I wish we knew.
So it
would help.
The Uber, I heard a caller earlier. The Uber, why wouldn't they Uber home? Here's the thing. Maybe if you look at it as like they had a lot of love for Nancy, so much love that they moved out to Arizona or moved close.
This is
to
one.
her.
What's one
What's
of our
this say?
Misty Haynes.
That's what makes all you guys together an awesome team.
Misty Haynes.
Yeah, Misty Haynes. She's
super. Misty
I'm
Haynes wants us to go out to share.
out on dinner.
I support Nanos. I do. I want to support Nanos. I want to make
God, it
this
was
clear
so
right
good.
now.
I had to have the
I think he
second
messed
plate.
a lot of things up, but I have faith and confidence that Nanos will eventually get this done. I really do. I do believe that there's a lot of pressure on him, just like any other head of the law enforcement, right? You run the program, you the one that sets the tone, you're the one, that it all falls back on you, the head. But I do think that Nanos will get this done. I hope he does, and I pray that he does. I would love for Nanos to come out and say that we got this guy.
Right. So again,
Everyone's telling you to stay longer.
I have blisters. I promise you, if I could take my shoe off without running JLR out the car, I have blisters on the 3 of my right foot toes.
JLR, what happened to your eye with this guy? Yeah, look.
Was it pencil?
Bloodshot. I don't know what happened. It's bloodshot.
Oh, yeah. So with the Uber, they've done that routine many times. She's Ubered to their house, and then one of them have taken her home. That is their routine.
Yeah, you know that?
No.
Oh.
But it makes more sense than anything else anybody else is saying.
Yeah.
That is their routine. Or Tommaso likes to fill the car up when he takes her home. Like it's something a reason to go out and get out of the house. Maybe who knows? Maybe we don't know. Did he make any stops from Nancy's back to
Great question. It's gas, Circle K, Chevron
Yes.
station somewhere.
Food. I mean, not food, but a snack or anything, you know. Oh, that's funny. No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't know who name it was, but I'm not interested in receiving any type of anything from this. So, they do that routine. So it's almost 10 o'clock, and they trust themselves to drive the darkness of the Catalina foothills more than an Uber driver who doesn't know, who's following the directions on a screen. They trust themselves to, and it's a good feeling for themselves to watch her walk into the garage, knowing that they took her home at that time of night and that the darkness, you know.
The Uber, I mean, even with the apps and the Google Maps, man, it's hard to navigate those roads.
Yeah,
You know those roads.
Right.
Uber drivers would, because Uber drivers probably work at night. They have the little glow. I see them all over the place. It's not uncommon to have an Uber around there because I've seen them. Maybe one day we'll drive around. Well, I'll drive around and show you all the cars that are lit with the Uber. They're out there. They're out and about. So it's you know, they're probably know their routes. They're probably used to it, whatever like that.
Right.
But the thing about it is, like, no, go ahead.
No, that's really, I mean, one of the
but people have said, let me just say
Go
that
ahead.
people have said that you know, the reason why she took an Uber theory is she's elderly, she can't see at night. Like, it's difficult for elderly people to see at night. So therefore, there might have been a situation where Annie and Tommaso were busy or something, that said, well, I can't pick you up, but we can take you home. But just take an Uber over, and Tommaso will bring you home. You know, and because she got a car, I mean, but some elderly people, and I know quite a few, that will not drive at night. Their eyesight's bad, and it's dark out there and scary, or just scared in general driving out there at night. As you get older,
with good eyesight though.
With good eyesight,
Yeah.
you know, it is scary. So
There's
people
the
are like, no,
reason
I don't want to
that-
go out there. Just like somebody not wanting to walk.
There's two different speed limits, you know. There's a
It's-
reason for that.
It's wild out there at night if you do not know that location, but just anyone, because you know it's just there's no light.
There's blind turns and
it's not an easy drive.
No, the humpbacks even within the neighborhood, you would never be able to see a car coming over that. Even at night, the headlights are pointing up. I mean, it'd be harder to see.
But the question is, when was the last time she was at Annie and Tommaso's? Does she go over there regularly for the eating the games, like the sheriff says? And if she went over there, does she normally take an Uber? Has she ever drove home from the house
So we don't know that, but every law enforcement working the case knows that. They have it. They have timelines. They know the last 20 visits and the dates of when she was at Annie's. They know where she got her nails done, where she got her hair cut, where she got her hair dyed, where she ate the day of. They checked her purchases.
Mm-hmm.
They know her. They know what she was doing the many months before this happened. And the family members, they know her bedtime.
I'm just seeing.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, I mean, obviously we don't know a lot. What we do know is he didn't. I don't think he left anything. I don't think everything he brought with him left with him. And which is important. Yeah, we don't know if he pulled, up to the. Oh, and do you know, and does your chat know that there's a term for it, but it's like coughed blood. It's got drips, but it's got spatter also.
I'm not a doctor.
Oh,
I don't know the medical. If anyone,
but have
knows
you
that.
seen that the videos of the spatter? Anyway, it's
someone might be able to.
Well, I mean, I think
they're saying it starts with an A. Right here.
Aspiration pattern. No, there was another
Aspiration.
One. Oxygen. No, it starts with a C. It could be aspirate.
Aspirate. Let's see. Aspirate.
Oh, I don't mess your stuff up.
Aspirate refers to two distinct actions: inhaling foreign material, food, liquid, saliva into the lungs instead of the esophagus, or using a needle to withdraw fluid tissue from the body. Well, what do you think?
I think she was alive.
You do?
Yeah.
So what?
For at least the exit.
All right. So no more searching tonight. You're done.
All right. Well, I mean, now that I've got an hour and a half before we go to the Waffle House, so I mean, I may walk around here. Has there ever been a crime, you know more than me, where the perp left something at the sheriff's office as
calling card? That's the only thing I can think of, but I don't think anything's on here, brother. I wouldn't
waste my time.
Yeah, I wouldn't waste my time walking around here. Just to give you my opinion. I mean, you can do what you want. But...
No, I mean, yeah, and for the people who there,
share it.
Oh, I mean,
they know about it.
Yeah, I mean, you can see, it wasn't just drips; it was smaller, almost like coughed or sneezed.
Yeah, a cough or sneeze,
and it wasn't there before. And there you can see all the shrubbery. The
Kimberly Cotto. Kimberly P. Cotto. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you. Murky. James, for some reason, you remind me of Hank Williams Jr.
Oh.
That's a compliment.
I guess, yeah. He was a wild one.
Thank you for putting your boots on the ground.
Sure.
Coming from Murky Piglet.
Yeah. Well, the thanks is what I came out. I mean, I didn't come out here for the thanks, but it makes me feel even better, you know.
Stasha, 1977. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, people do appreciate your effort. Did James check the area where that elderly man's body was found?
No, I wrote down that. Missing. I understand. Yeah, I had heard you.
Musings. Yes.
Yeah, it was the 5100 block of something.
Yes.
No,
Swan.
Of Swan. I know Swan. Yeah, Swan's a very
Swan Road. So what I'll do for you didn't check?
No, I didn't. No, but it's a very popular north-south corridor.
All right, so I'm gonna go there tomorrow. The 5100 block of North Swan. How far is it from here? It's 35 minutes. Let's do it tomorrow.
Right.
I'll do it tomorrow, folks. That's the 77-year-old Reuter. His name is Reuter. We'll go see what's going on with that. So I will do that tomorrow for the chat. What do we got? It actually comes backwards, by the way.
Oh,
but,
well,
I mean, it's okay.
Yeah. So this major north-south corridor right here, right there at my finger, that is Swan. Okay. More or less 2-3 streets over is going to be Campbell, which is Nancy's neighborhood over this way. Yeah, the 5100 block. I mean, I'm staying that way, but I mean, it's going to be dark by the time I go. But I searched Pima Canyon, and let me tell you, not only is it busy, it's surrounded by fences along the trail. The Pima Canyon Trail, rather, is what I searched. It's there, and it's posted private property the entirety, with people's yards going straight up to the trail, and even at one point a huge 360-degree camera facing the trail from one's property. So that one is and his schools leading all the way up. There's only one way up. So in his schools, Finger Rock, you have to park and then walk to get to the trail. I did not get out. But I drove up there. I don't think that, again, these places are very, very busy. The parking lots are full when I arrive. The Ventana Canyon, still very busy. But that was the one that I walked probably close to a mile and ended up near where a driveway enters the trail, or the trail becomes the driveway, and that driveway leads to a gate where the abandoned vehicles are. And then I checked in the Sabina Canyon, but that is a huge, like, touristy spot, and there's a fee to get in. Yeah. But yeah, I appreciate you, JLR, and really everyone that's doing this. And it's. I mean, we can't say that we're doing more than law enforcement. We don't know anything compared to law enforcement. We are not you. I probably not wasted, but my time was maybe not as used as efficiently as a law enforcement that's got details that we don't.
Yeah. But what do you think, Nancy? Do you think the perp's going to get caught for this? Perp or perps?
I don't know. I mean, I'll tell you this again. I told you. I think I told you on the phone, or if not, then I mean, but there are levels to these missing persons cases, I believe. Like, yeah, I did tell you because I mentioned Tyler Robinson. Tyler Robinson would have been found regardless, and it's, you know, that's just the way. I mean, again, he did a daytime crime and whatever, and on a very busy area, but like Charlie Kirk's a little bit higher than the mother of a news anchor. Yes, she's a really famous news anchor, but the mother of a news anchor back east. Yes, it's a national show, but Charlie Kirk's a little bit higher than that as far as priority. And then if
somebody recognized Tyler Kirk or Tyler Robinson, his parents.
Yeah.
Well, somebody went to his parents
right.
and said, hey, you know.
Yeah, but this person doesn't have any type of close family.
Oh, well, we don't know that.
No. No, you're right. We don't know that, but that's
I think he does. Everybody has a family member. Everybody in this world has someone they would have a family member or consider family. I doubt there's someone that's totally solo. Someone has someone close to them that could recognize this person. Someone, but international. If the person's here in this country and their family's overseas, maybe not.
Could this have been somebody that was? I mean, they're looking into it, I'm sure, but recently deported from the Tucson area. I mean, that was just like, well, heck, you know, I'll show you how easy.
My mind's going rental cars. Check all the rental cars. Check out and see if anyone in it rental cars around here or returned a rental car at a certain time. Just rental cars, hotels in this area. All the hotels within a 3-mile radius of the Catalina foothills, which there's quite a few up the roads. Embassy Suites over there on Oracle. I saw a place called Three Palms. I saw Hampton Inn. I saw Best Western. I saw Spring Hill Suites.
I'd say most rental cars, though, they're new enough to have technology where their vehicle is.
They're on toll roads in Arizona.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as the GPS in the vehicle.
Yeah, I think so. You know, you don't return the car, they're going to find it.
Yeah, so the sheriff came out and said hundreds of thousands, right, of vehicles.
Well, no, I didn't hear him say that. I just heard the hours, multiple hours of video that they have to review.
I thought he said hundreds of thousands of vehicles that they're looking at.
But see, to me, I'm like thinking, okay, well, the perp is not from here. I personally think the perp is either international or Hispanic American.
International, even across seas.
Yeah.
Would you say Asian?
No, not Asian.
No,
I don't believe Asian. No.
Not even Indian.
Not Indian.
No, not Native American, but like from India.
I'm thinking some sort of Uzbekistan, Russian.
Oh, okay, Middle East.
Arabic, not necessarily, but
Italian.
No, I don't think Italian. Or I think Hispanic or Hispanic American, like Mexican American, or something, that's just my opinion. I mean, the guy, look at the facial hair, look at the build there, look how, he's leaning. That's where I'm getting at. I can't see it as a full white man. I just don't buy it. Now, Luke looks white to me, but he is Mexican American. That's what,
right.
That's what's on his.
Right.
That's what's on his arrest records.
Yeah. Yeah. People have latched on to the Luke, the Tommaso.
I mean, I've been really digging deeply on this guy. Like, who could he be? Where he comes from? Why? And I'm thinking, like, scenarios where he traveled a significant. The reason why I say travel a significant distance, we'll just do Tyler Robinson, Charlie Kirk. Yeah. He traveled like 4 or 5 hours from southern Utah all the way up to northern Utah to do the crime. Brown University shooter, the big case that happened. He traveled from Florida, went all the way up there to you know, the Northeast to do the crimes. People nowadays, it really doesn't, borders don't discriminate. People will travel long distances just to do a crime. I mean, even Brian Kohlberger in Moscow, Idaho, even though he went to school there, he traveled from Pennsylvania all the way over there to Washington to go to school, which no one knows why. But people do travel long distances nowadays to do. I mean, there's mass shooters that travel multiple long distances to do their crime.
Well, I'll tell you, yeah, absolutely, because and even in my own experience, I'm not as passionate as somebody that's going to commit that crime, and here I am looking for that person.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're here. I'm here covering it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're from these.
Nowadays, you can travel very, very easy.
Right.
But that also leaves a paper trail, too. So
Yeah.
if the guy traveled distances, you know, you got to look into, like, how the methods of travel. Yeah. Get on a plane, rent a car in another state, travel long distance, stay at hotels, you know, in the area, whatever like that. Because you got to think, though, also, too, the perp. Is the perp really going to, because of the whole magnitude, and he knows the whole world's watching, it's going to stay put in Tucson right now and just sit there and I'm just going to go back to my life in a house in Tucson and expect not to be caught. And it's like,
maybe that the one on the camera is not with us, you know.
I saw a comment about Jodi Arias rental car.
Yeah. Also, desert involved. Didn't she go from Arizona to Utah or something?
I don't know the full story.
Oh, okay. Southern Cal. Okay.
I thought she was from California.
Okay.
Eventually made her way to Arizona. So, I mean, where do they go? I got to sneeze.
Go ahead. Bless you. God bless you.
Allergies and everything. No,
Yeah.
I mean, you study that guy's face. You study his posture. You look. You know, to me, kind of, I don't know, man. He's bending down. Kind of looks like he likes the outdoors. He's probably good at walking. He probably walks long distances if need be. Outdoorsman, I think, you know, with the attire and everything like that shows that he might like the Southwest terrain in a sense too. You know, he looks like somebody that would be navigating through, you know, through the terrain. I can see him in the plateaus. I can see him out in the desert doing things. It's like, but who is he? And why?
Well, he's not
he would have been recognized if he's local. I mean, there's 500,000 people in the area. We'll just say expand out. There's, you know, to here to Phoenix, it's very populated.
Yeah.
You know, these two cities. But beyond that, there's none. Someone recognizes this dude.
Mm-hmm.
Quit speculating. Someone says, that's what we're doing. We're speculating.
Yeah.
We're brainstorming here.
Right.
Every single media person brings on these experts that are speculating and giving theories. That's what they do.
We do know that he's not a professional.
Well, I don't know that. Maybe he is.
They make better masks, and even they make razors. There's such things as razors.
It's just vanished out of thin air, though, with
I know, but
84-year-old woman.
If he had shown up clean shaven, then, you know, like that would have been even more of a wide variety of a person.
People in the chat feel like he's Luke. So Luke is local. And Luke is just trying to save face or he knows the heat's on, so he's trying his best.
Yeah, and
I don't think it's Luke.
I don't think it's Luke.
I don't think it's Luke.
Yeah, I don't think it's Luke.
I don't think it's band member. I don't think it's Tommaso.
No, I don't think it's anybody we've heard of.
Personally, Tommaso, I can't feel the Tommaso vibe anymore. I just don't, but people do. And, you know, this is a forum for people to share their opinions. I just don't vibe, you know, and then I'm not saying that because, you know, I don't want to just say Tommaso did it. I really don't think Tommaso did it. At the very beginning, absolutely was 100% open-minded to Tommaso. We've talked about him extensively. I mean, the odds had it at Tommaso. And, you know, I don't know, you know, but there's a lot of stuff we don't know either. So
yeah. So you asked me if he'll get caught. I don't know if he'll get caught. He might not even be with us, but I know this. I know we'll know more as time goes. Obviously, I know that's
we need one direction. We need one new nugget to take us away, a vehicle or something. Man, if it was Tommaso, they'd be going through Tommaso's phone and seeing every single person
at this point.
With.
At this point, they know everything he's done in the past year. Like,
yeah,
you know,
the feds are
same thing with Luke. They know everything he's done.
I mean, what brought them to Luke?
Well,
that's the thing.
desperation on the police, maybe
Pressure, just
pressure. There you go. Yeah,
I don't know, man. I got a picture today, man. The guy, Luke, standing up, kind of has the same build as the guy. I mean, you could arguably say that Luke does look like the guy.
Sure.
You know, but
well,
is that all you're doing on? Like, oh, because it looks like him, it has to be Luke, and he's just a criminal that lives around the area, so it has to be Luke.
no, if it was Luke, he'd be arrested. They've had his phone. I mean, they've had his vehicle. The vehicle was bought after, but they know where he sleeps.
I mean, it does look like Luke.
Right.
Like, let me get my photo here. Hold on. I mean, look at this photo here. Hold on. I mean, look at this. I mean, look at that. I mean, you know, he just has that. I should put this side. I mean, Luke shaved. I'm telling you, it does look like him, but that's not enough. That's not enough to me. It's just not enough to me. What do you think? I don't know.
I don't think Luke has anything to do with it.
I got somebody here.
Domino's.
Who are you looking for? Huh? On my Brian? No. Brian Tunts you're looking for? Yeah. No, it's not me. Brian Tunts? No, I'm JLR. No, you're good. Oh, thought we were getting a pizza.
Oh, well.
We would have had pizza for dinner. We would have sit here and
no, don't say because they'll send it. You know.
Yeah. No, we're going out. I'd rather have Waffle House better.
Yeah.
I like the eggs.
Yeah, you do the eggs. You don't do the. Do you ever do their like steak sandwich or anything?
I switch it up. I mean, they got stuff. I like the bread. I mean, they got stuff that's not breakfast, but
yeah,
I like the Waffle House, man. That's like good for me.
Can I read your chat? I mean, I would read it if I was watching, but
I'm gonna check something here.
Yeah, you do you, man. What does that say? It goes so fast. You have to.
We got one of the quickest chats on the internet here.
Yeah.
He's back. You're back.
You probably read.
Oh, I guess you got a queue sign for that Bachu pizza.
Oh, really? Who is it? You know?
What's your name, sir? Here, I'll put you on speaker.
JLR.
Hello. Who is this?
It's Brian Tone.
JLR. This is Brian Tone.
Hey, Brian. Thanks for the pizza. We were gonna go to Waffle House though, but we'll eat a slice. No, I'll eat a slice of pizza.
I know. You like the meat eaters.
Yes, I'll eat the meat eaters. Thank you very much, Brian. Read it right now.
All right, thanks, man.
Thank you.
I'm up in
Hey, thank you.
All right, thank you from Seattle.
That's pretty awesome.
Isn't that cool? We're streaming right now. Look, you got
Oh, are
17.
you
You want
guys?
to say hi? You
Oh,
want to
yeah,
say hi?
yeah.
Look at the Domino's pizza guy.
What's up, dude? How you boys doing? Hell yeah, W stream.
Domino's is delivering. All right, Domino's.
Yeah, he bought you a pizza.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. Sorry to bother.
No, you're good. Thank you.
You guys enjoy. Have a
All
good
right,
day.
thank you. You want a slice
No,
of pizza?
I'm good, man.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll
Let's
wait
eat
till
a slice of pizza.
I'll eat a slice of pizza for Brian from what did he say, Washington?
Yeah.
All right.
Look, piping
I'll
hot
hold
pizza.
this.
Here. Look at this. Oh my God, meat lovers. Yeah, I'll eat one. I can eat one. We can still go to the Waffle House if you want.
Yeah, that's up to you, man. Whatever you want to do.
Thank you, Brian.
He's
what do you got?
What's the name of the stream?
JLR Investigates.
All right, cool.
JLR,
I'm
check it
gonna
out.
get to it. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Domino's.
that's cool, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Hey,
Thank you,
Dee.
Brian.
I am.
slice?
I just
Yeah, I
got-
will. I've got a piece of gum. Do you have a bottle
No,
or
I'm
something? I can do you mind if I
No,
throw something in here?
We had some good homemade Mexican food. Really went and got it.
Yeah, I'll get a slice in a moment.
Some friends of
Thank you,
his
Brian.
Probably pretty hot, isn't it?
made
Piping hot. It looks like it.
Piping hot pizza.
chili
Yeah.
rellenos, rice, and beans. And so
Yeah,
that's
I'm
what
invested in this, you know.
I had
Maybe
2
staying soup,
platefuls.
staying
I never
tuned.
have 2
Stay
platefuls of
tuned.
anything, but it was delicious.
And your chat was super nice to me. Normally they're like rough.
Well, they don't call you. Listen, there was another guy named Jason. I feel real
It
bad
was
again. I'll mention
good.
Jason.
Both Ray
again.
and I-
No, Jason. Yeah, well, yeah. He's a neighbor. He
He'll
came out.
probably be asleep
Came out
when I
first
get
week.
in there.
He's 100% not involved.
Been
Just
working
came
all
out here
day.
just to look and talk and everything like that. People just drag
Like every day,
his
but
name
man,
out
that
there
was
as if it's
good.
a perp. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me back. Yeah.
Cold
I
fried
mean, he's
chicken
mad.
for
He's
dinner.
mad because people on the internet put his name out there. You're not blaming me. You just said you just did what you did, but he wanted me to.
Oh, you've talked to him.
Oh yeah, he called me.
Oh yeah.
Or he
yeah.
left me a message and said, please get a hold of me ASAP. He said, can you please do me a favor? Tell the chat I'm not involved.
Oh.
Feds came to me. The police came to him.
Oh wow.
You know, because people make calls thinking it was him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel really bad. So Jason, if you're watching, sorry this happened to you.
Yeah.
But what normally happens on this chat, now some people do it maliciously, sarcastically. I didn't think it would go to a level where somebody would have somebody a visit. Oh, that's the perp. You're the perp.
Right.
But nobody's really been saying that with you.
Well, I'm a little bit different build. Yeah, I'm not from here. I was worked that night. So I mean,
you have an outlet? Can you prove it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, I would have.
We'd be willing to take a polygraph.
Yes, 100%. 100%. I would do anything to make sure. And I wouldn't even have to lawyer up. I mean,
They say eat.
Eat. I'll have a slice, man.
There you
All right, let me close this so it doesn't drip on the page. I know it's.
I'm gonna eat the rest later, Brian. This will be like a midnight snack.
Yeah, I'll have a slice. Thank you. Thank you,
Brian. You can have more.
No, it's all right. No, it's all right.
Back here.
It's gonna rain tomorrow.
Brian.
Man, you guys are
Thank you for
getting
the pizza.
rain
Anyone
over
comes
there.
around, you can have a slice too. If the sheriff's out here,
I
I'll ask the sheriff.
watered early this morning.
Hey, you want some pizza?
And
how do you think the sheriff feels right now that we're sitting in this parking lot?
Oh yeah. So do you think an officer is watching your stream, or do you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
They're on our side.
I know. Pima County though.
I will give them 100%. They have not. They
No,
came
they've been
one
great.
time at the beginning of the time just to remind us, and they name dropped me or somebody called and tried to make some frivolous complaints that I was trespassing on property when they just wanted to remind everyone, don't go on anyone's property. You know, you can be here. I don't have any now.
That's all good right here.
Don't go on any properties, but Pima
Yeah.
County has been totally cool. You know, they know we stream, they know what we're up to, they know our intent.
There's no more left.
And
That's great.
That's good.
We ain't at all.
Because
They
sometimes, you know, when you're
send
doing
just
streaming and
enough.
stuff, police come around and bug you and what are you up to? What are you doing? Let me see
They
some
wouldn't. They
ID.
sent enough for me and Ray to have
haven't done
two
anything
platefuls.
in that
Yeah.
sort of frame.
We
And
had
plus the
two
deputies and
chili
everybody that have
rellenos
been out there in front of Nancy's house, they behave, they're
and,
professional, they handle
rice
themselves good,
and
you know.
Right.
So
And I
you
ate
know,
some of the rice. It was
kudos
really
to them.
good.
And I think possibly they
I
might be
don't
listening
normally
to all
eat
of your
rice,
theories
but-
out there.
Yeah,
and
it'd be
just
smart
taking
too.
notes. I would think so.
It would be smart too. So yeah, because I was thinking about yesterday when the drunken fella appeared, and then less than 5 minutes later, the sheriff officer popped up. What'd you need?
I wanted a napkin, but I'm okay.
Yeah, here.
No, I'm good.
All right. But again, I think somebody from your chat may have called in the guy. You know.
So you know, we'll see what happens here.
Right.
I'm going to stay out here at least through the weekend. I plan every 4 days, 4 or 5 days. I'm here through the weekend for now. Could be
Hopefully
arrested any
we
moment.
hear something before the
This
weekend.
weekend, the Arizona search
Oh,
team
it's
plans
another
to do some searches
bomb,
in the area.
right?
We'll see what happens to that. I'll cover that. The weather will be going down.
And it's so odd
So,
when they
you know, we
do
got
put
that.
out
We'll see what happens.
any
Yeah, so,
information or some. Their
blistered
last
and burnt,
words are,
I guess you could
"Oh, we
say,
don't have
and-
anybody
and,
in.
yeah, I'll sleep good when I get home, and
No suspects yet."
yeah, I'm
They keep
my
saying.
flight on the way back is awful. You know,
Where are you going to? From Phoenix to where?
Don't even want to tell you because you're gonna say wow.
Denver?
No, Seattle.
You got to go to Phoenix to Seattle, then
And
the East
then-
Coast?
then to
Oh,
Dallas.
my goodness.
Right? Yeah.
Dude, why'd you do it like that? You always need to go like this.
Listen,
when you
I've-
book,
I've
you always got to see the connecting flights. 'Cause
Yes.
sometimes they take you the whole opposite area.
I
and you're like,
know,
what
I
the
know.
heck?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be on the plane total probably almost 8 hours tomorrow.
Man, because that Seattle to the East Coast is bad, man. It's literally
It's not
4 or 5
terrible. I've
hours.
actually done it before.
Oh, I hate that.
But
I've done that before. I've
Yeah.
made those mistakes. Like
Yeah.
I'll be down here in the South, in West, and I'm trying to get to Florida, and they'll take me to Chicago or Detroit.
Right.
And then down, I'm like, what in the heck?
Yeah, right. Yeah, so when
You have to look.
Yeah, I was looking into Tucson, and I couldn't find anything under like $1,100 to get into Tucson.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah, it's a different. It's a
lot of points, whatever you got points. Like for me, I go to Florida.
From what?
The good route is The easy route is Tucson to Dallas.
Yeah, we have.
Oh yeah.
So you won't ever get a direct.
No,
not from
okay.
here. You won't get a
$10
direct,
bucket,
which
you
they
know,
do
on
flights from like
yesterday.
Tucson to Atlanta, Tucson
That's
to
what we
Denver,
were gonna
Tucson
have.
to
So
Dallas,
that
and then they branch
text
off.
ran out
I
to
don't mind going to
that.
Dallas because you're going that way
Oh,
anyway.
on the way here, it was
2.5 hours to
it was
Dallas,
great.
And it was still hot.
2.5 hours to Tampa with a small layover. So
That was
your
really
flight's
good,
like
but-
6 hours total. So that's 6 hours.
So yeah, just I got burnt, and then on my right foot specifically, I don't know why, but it's got
What is
many
Jenny
blisters
getting
on it.
up tomorrow?
And I've got really good boots, and I'm out on my feet a lot anyway. But just when you're hiking, we're essentially hiking with the different terrain we're doing. At no point were we walking a sidewalk. You're essentially hiking, and we're doing. I mean, I know I probably did 10 miles yesterday just within the around the neighborhood. Let's see.
Did I do that?
Oh, I don't want any more pizza. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna. You said 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Are you certain?
Yeah.
If you feel like it, then yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to join you. Yes, you're welcome. Everybody's just saying thank you. That's great. I'm 34 years old and just really let's see, I see the tomatoes. Yeah, the tomatoes, man. It's fun to do, I guess, but I think maybe you take some more callers or something and I'll see you. Do you know what the Waffle House, which one it is?
It'd be I'll text it to you.
Text it to me.
Uh-huh.
I tried texting you and none of my messages came through.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, you didn't.
Let's see. Got so many.
Did you? Okay. Oh, okay. You did save me. Oh, wow.
I just put Roger. Yeah, I got you.
No, okay.
I always save people's numbers.
Oh, well.
You know how many people are in this contact?
Yeah,
This
but I'll
phone,
tell you.
literally, if the FBI got this phone, they would have thousands of people's numbers. If the
Yes,
FBI ever
thousands
got
of
this
people's
phone.
numbers
Dude,
that
I
are
have
interested in
sources. This is a treasure trove of sources, from law enforcement to experts to prosecutors
maps
to gang members. I got every single person in this phone. You'd be surprised.
That's excellent, dude.
Literally.
That's good.
This is the phone that I've been using. Same number. Hey, if someone wants to prank me or someone wants to bug me, I just block them.
Right. Well, I'll tell you this. I've only called you one time, and that was to give you the information about the Camino Real location of the camera that day. It was the same day we had talked, and then I called you back to give you that within a few minutes of the release of that video. It was, yeah. But other than that, I mean, I'm not here to bother anyone. And I'll see you at 7, man. Take some phone
All right.
calls. I enjoy.
I'll take some photos. Are you gonna come back here, or I'll text you the information?
Yeah, if you just text me the information.
As soon as I'm done my stream, I'll head over there.
Yeah, and I mean, there's probably something I need to do, but I cannot walk anymore, guys. I'm spent as far as my feet. What does it say? There's one that I saw that. How long are you staying? Oh no, I'm out of here. This is my last evening. I got here 2 evenings ago.
Getting you some what?
Just wanted to check the places that were bothering me from my house. So.
And then you said we're having
Sure enough.
leftovers tonight.
God bless you, sir.
Yeah.
See you soon.
I'll see you later.
Save your appetite.
Oh, okay. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, James.
And thank you for all the kind
Put your
words.
sunglasses.
Oh yeah, excellent. Thank you for all the kind words. I really hadn't seen anything negative, like at least while I'm sitting here. So, thank you guys.
Thank you, sir. Be safe.
I'll see you shortly.
Yep. Thank you, sir. Trash in the car. Trash in the car. Yes. Great. We're good. Yeah. I'm still gonna get food. We got some yummy pizza. I feel like eating another slice, but we'll save my appetite. Brian from Seattle. Thank you, Brian from Seattle. James is pretty cool. I like him. He's somebody I would hang out with. Maybe have him join the team. Join the team. He's part of the jailer army. I'm going to get James a bag of coffee. Boots on the ground. It's coffee. Boots on the ground. I'm going to send him some merch. Let me send him merch. James, you're going to get some merch. Bye-bye, James. See you later, my friend. He's out. Well, we still got a little bit of time. Who wants to chat? Who wants to chit-chat? Somebody said no more calls. I like the calls. I like hearing from some people.
Me too. I think it's interesting.
See what we got.
Different. Oh, Mexican food. Okay, gotcha. Oh yeah, because
Chat here.
I was talking about
Say, I want to chat.
Chileanos we
know
had
your
tonight. All right, I got
expertise.
it.
Let me know.
You know how to make good Mexican food. Why don't you make some?
JLR investigates. What happened to Nancy Guthrie? Now we still got a while on the stream. Yeah, I don't know how much we got time on the stream. Let me see.
I took my pills and
Oh, we're approaching it. We still got about another hour.
I feel like my eyes are half open. Been a long day today, but I did get some stuff
Hour
done,
two.
so I feel good
Hour.
about that.
Thanks, James. People were like, thanks, James. So just say I want to chat.
Start
I
some
hear you out.
laundry going because both.
I want to chat. Jennifer
Yeah,
says I'm a
it's
home
full.
health nurse. All
Once
right.
they get full, I get it done.
People heard a lot from the medical field. We'll get Jennifer in the chat. All right, Jennifer, you're up. 202 number. Let's see what you have to say.
Hello?
Hi.
Is this JLR?
It is. Hi, Jennifer.
I've been busting a gut to get in touch with you for 6 days.
Wow, 6 days. Well, here you are. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I have a theory that is different than other people.
Okay.
We don't know for sure what her caregivers were, but I'm assuming that she had some.
Uh-huh.
Because you don't get that age and you have money and you have infirmities that you're going to have somebody come in, help you take a bath or whatever. And like the lady said earlier, a caregiver knows everything about you. They know where your meds are, your valuables are, where the cameras are in your home. Some people have lock boxes for their meds. They know the code so they can get your meds out.
Okay.
We don't know what kind of pain medication she was on. And we know the street value of a lot of these medications. I don't think a caregiver did it, but caregivers do not keep their mouth shut when they go home. They talk about their clients, and a lot of them are in lower socioeconomic situations,
Uh-huh.
and they have family members that are as well, and they listen, and word gets around.
So you're saying it's possible the healthcare worker went home, or whoever it is, home care, talked and said, hey, I do for this rich woman.
Yes.
Savannah Guthrie's mom.
I'm sleepy.
Yes,
and
I
it's
do.
still
And
early.
a lot of those people, and I've
Almost
been in
5 here.
hospice
I'm
and
usually
home
in bed
health
by
for
7.
decades. And I've been an aide. I worked in a nursing home as an aide when I went through nursing school. And I've seen some really
I'm always in bed
good
early.
and really
Dee.
sad
That's why I get up
situations.
so early.
But a lot of times, caregivers, maybe they only have one car in the family and they get dropped off. And what's that person going to do? They're not going to drive all the way back home for them just to stay there an hour and give a bath or something. So they're going to be at that home for a while. They may be out in the car. They may drive around the neighborhood, or they may be inside sitting in the living room where they can scope everything out while the two ladies are back in a shower somewhere, doing lady things.
Yeah.
So it's very possible that someone else was in that home that we don't really know about, because you're not allowed to have anybody come in the home when you're there, and it would be breaking the rules and that person would get fired from their job. But if they did have an hour to kill, what says they're not driving around that neighborhood and getting very familiar with it to where they would be able to navigate it at night without too much trouble?
So that's your theory then. That's possibly somebody from the home health care passed the information off to somebody else, whether it was deliberate or just in casual conversation.
Yeah, I don't think it would have been deliberate at all. But I personally know of cases where family members and caregivers and other people, have
Hi
stolen
again,
medications
Jaybird.
from people. Fentanyl comes in patches for people with chronic pain. Morphine
I'm
will
still
come in
here.
a pump, and you literally have a bag of liquid morphine attached to the pump, and it's fed right into the spinal area. And a lot of people have Phenergan for nausea because these medications cause nausea, and
everybody wants Finnegan these days. Why, I don't know. It just knocks me out, puts me to sleep. But there could have been a lot of medications in that home that have a great deal of street value. And like I said, a caregiver knows these things. They know what they're on, and I don't think that there would have been any malice in what they were saying. They just run their mouths because people are people.
You said you do help do this type of work?
I did before I retired, yes. I did hospice and home health, and also worked in the nursing home, and sometimes had 2 jobs at once. But you work very closely with the aides that take care of the clients. Even when you're a nurse, you still know the aides and all that they do.
Mm-hmm.
And you see a lot of
Not a
things go
lot.
on, especially
You're
I
just
was in
chatting
small
with
towns
people.
the whole time, but in bigger city situations, the drugs are a lot more often stolen
Nothing
by
breaking,
family members or
that's
caregivers.
for sure.
Wow. Purple Tea Water says tiny particles were from nosebleed and unexpected forced exhale from abrupt impact of front of Doris Ann chair being let down while hunched forward. Gagged cloth drops shown in circle pattern alive. And I say that, and I don't know if you can respond to that, but that was just a comment. One of our viewers thinks that, Nancy was brought out in a Doris Ann chair that was in a.
I don't think so.
What is a Doris Ann chair?
That I have no clue. I've never heard of it.
Some sort
Never
of
heard
folding
of it.
chair, I believe, that's inside a bag.
It may
Or
be
you can
like
put it in a bag.
firefighters use to get people down from staircases. That would be my only guess, but I really don't know. But I think that these people had this scoped out ahead of time, and that's why we have 2 different dates on the videos.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that she woke up while they were there, and they weren't counting on that. And when you're on blood thinners, your skin can slough off your arm so easily. Not just bruising, but your skin can actually be split back as if you were touching a rotten tomato. And you know how the skin
I
on a
don't
rotten
think it's
tomato
going to go
slides off
cold.
the
I think
flesh.
something's
And that
going to
actually
happen
happens
pretty
to people,
soon.
and it bleeds like crazy.
Just
Or
don't
maybe
know how
they zip
soon. I
tighter,
just
and
hope
that
it doesn't
tore her
drag on
skin as well.
too long.
But I think she was walked
But
out, and that's why
I
there are
think they're
blood drops
just
there.
making a case
And
against
I
someone they
also
already know who did
wondered if
it.
the perp freaked out, made a phone call to an accomplice or whatever, or if that really is a walkie-talkie in the pocket.
Well, that's always, they feel like one of the person's images, and I should pull it up, has some sort of bulge there, as if there's some sort of 2-way channel communication in the pocket.
Exactly. And he may have
Okay,
freaked
went
out
over
and
to
said,
get
dude, she
the
woke up. And what are we going to
weed.
do
He
with her?
looked
And perhaps
over
they
at
came up
somebody like he was
in
giving
a
him a sign or
side-by-side,
something
a
to
gator or whatever you want to call it.
go
That could
ahead
have
or
easily come
whatever.
up to the side of the house, not in the front where you wouldn't have seen it. They don't make as much noise as a regular
Still don't
vehicle.
think that.
And they could have walked her straight to there. She could
I
have
think
walked
that's a
that far
bogus
easily.
video of some
And
kind.
those small vehicles can go through those
You
tunnels
do all
that you
kinds
all
of
were
shit
in,
with
because
that
they're not as
AI.
tall as a car.
Yeah, but to get down to those tunnels, though, is a significant distance. I mean, you're going to really wheedle a elderly lady down the roads at night, pitch black, with the risk of somebody seeing.
Yeah, me
Well,
too.
there's not
man.
that much light out there.
There's not, but I mean, the potential, that's like you saying, well, what about or what I mean is that's like going to like a person down. And I say this because, I've heard a lot of theories about, going down, eventually down the tunnels and whatnot, but somebody's going to see somebody in the road if they drive. You're going to see a person. That would be weird, just to go down the street and see somebody wheeling an elderly person down Camino Escalante.
Well, what if they weren't on the roads? I mean, if it's a side-by-side or gator, can't they go through areas that cars can't go through?
They can, but there's a lot of cactus and everything like that. And that's just like, because there's a lot of cactus and everything like that. I mean, if you have a flashlight, I'm sure you can see, but the terrain is tough, and I wouldn't be navigating through those terrain at night.
Right, but you're also not from there. Maybe it's not
True.
such a big deal to somebody
True.
that's raised there.
True.
Yeah. And then there's always the Uber driver as well. I think if your Uber driver is in the same area and they're used to always driving around in there, then they get very familiar with it and comfortable. And you may get the same Uber driver over and over because they're going to pull somebody from that area to be your Uber driver. And I don't know if you can even request the same Uber driver or not. I've never used an Uber, but that person would have known that she had gone to Annie's that night. and knew that the house was empty.
I heard they went to a restaurant.
Don't know if that makes any difference or not, but that's just the ideas that are going through my head. And I love your stream.
I appreciate it, and I appreciate your ideas. And we'll see.
No,
Maybe your idea, maybe
no
what your
breaking
theory
news.
is comes into play here.
I'm going to shut down pretty soon. It's almost
Scary
5
stuff.
o'clock. I've been
Very,
on
very scary.
for 2.5 hours.
Jennifer,
now
thanks for
this
the chat.
evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. All right.
Hop off and go hang out with Ray for a little while. He's probably already asleep in the chair, though. Because we both ate really good. and I'm just
psychology
not,
degree.
So I know he is.
Psychology, James.
No,
All right,
he's-
James.
he's still
Psychology
awake.
degree.
All right.
James who called earlier, but he gave the wrong number. James has a psychology degree. All right, James. Welcome to the chat, James. Psychology
So I
degree.
am going to shut it down, y'all.
Hi, James.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. If you don't mind muting down your phone or muting down. All right. How are you doing, sir? Great.
Doing very well. I follow your channel all the time and want to say what a great job you've been doing. I've been in on the thick of this, so I think I
Okay,
got a
well,
good
we'll watch
theory
your
working,
numbers,
but
hon.
I kind of want to see what you have to say about it.
Go for it.
Well, one of the things I'm thinking about is when
Good
you got
night,
$1 million
everybody.
out there,
I'm going to check out
and yet we
before I
don't
fall
have
asleep on
anyone
y'all.
stepping forward, there has to be a reason for that. Some people could say
I
that,
can
well,
leave it
there was a
running
big
for y'all
payoff,
for
and
you.
so nobody's talking. But I think a simpler explanation would be that we're looking at, like, from a psychology point of view, we're looking at the individuals who are involved are very loyal to each other. They're not going to snitch. They're not going to turn. Apparently not so far. And so if indeed that was a guy on the front porch, which we think that it is, then if it was two males involved, then the highest degree of loyalty would be two brothers, because they would not want to turn on each other. They would have, the highest degree of loyalty because they don't want to snitch each other out. And because if it was, say, for example, a weaker connection, then someone could say, well, I don't really know you that much, and there's $1 million on the line, so let me just go ahead and turn you in.
Well, it's interesting because, the one of the individuals, Luke, multiple people within his family got detained. Not just Luke.
Yes. Well, that's another thing that I wanted to bring up too, and I'm glad you did.
And Luke happens to have a brother.
So here's the thing, is that we have to talk about how good this geofencing is and how far they can go back. Because let's just say, for example, if they picked out all the phone numbers of everybody who they think is close to the family, and that means Kayla, that means Luke, any of their associates, anybody that's linked to, the Guthrie family, they ran all those phone numbers and they pinged them back for months. And they just said, okay, well, let's see what these people do every day. Let's see where their cell phone towers ping. How often do they turn off their phone? How often does it go away? What routes do they usually take? If you followed somebody for 2 months just off their phone number, off of pings, and this person doesn't travel around a lot, you'd get a pretty good idea of their habits.
Correct. Yep.
So just saying off of that they could easily say, okay, we went through all these people who have been associated with the family in any way, even remotely, went through all the pings, months of pings, we come back with 0. And if that is true, then that tells me that the two people who did this are not tied to the family in any way. And I just have this theory that they may have been watching Savannah's show on TV, maybe locals. They may have even known of the Guthrie family. And they just said, gee, well, we're not tied to them in any way, so we could actually pull off this crime because no one's going to suspect us. And therefore, and there's two brothers who maybe are petty criminals anyway, but maybe they're not in the database because they've never had a crime. So they think, okay, even if we leave DNA, it won't matter because we're not in the database. that, you know, they would be motivated to try to pull it off.
Yeah.
And I don't know. What do you think about that?
Well, I think also keep in mind they might not have used phones to do this crime. They could have done a two-way radio, CBs, whatever, walkie-talkies, you know. So, you know, the pings, you know, the feds might have an idea who did this and, you know, do all their habits, but notice no phone activity around the time. Well, maybe because they didn't even use phones.
So let's just say that that the investigators are looking at all, and they say, all right, we have to entertain the possibility that no phones were used at all. So let's get these guys in here, the ones that are close to this, the ones that we know, and let's polygraph them.
Polygraph them. Also, see if anyone bought any phones or any walkie-talkies or two-way, you know, their credit cards.
Right. So you could do that, and you could just, and even though some people might come back and say, well, hey, you know, polygraph's only 80 or 90% accurate, you can still get a fairly good read, you know, and together with the pings off of the cells, because even, for example, if you don't use the cell, and let's just say that thing sits at home, and, well, the investigator might say, well, look at that thing, how it just sits at home, it doesn't go anywhere. Well, usually we see this person going through their normal patterns of activity. You know, where they're going through. So there's certain things that would be like the absence of something or the presence of something. For example, if a cell phone signal turned on in the middle of nowhere, you know. So, but I think that you could be right that they didn't use the cell phones, and that could be, you know, very possible. The other thing I wanted to tell you too is that on the timeline for the garage door, I mean, it's still never been specified whether or not whether or not Tommaso went inside or not. And some say that he did, and that the sheriff said that he did, and some said that he didn't. But just hypothetically, if he parked his car and he said, yeah, you know, I'll help you inside just like a normal person would do, walked her inside the home, made sure everything, and closed the door when they got inside, closed, you know, garage door, and walked her around, made everything was fine, and walked out through the front door. You know,
one of the comments we got by Stormy Bell, and it's interesting we said that. It says, if LE had video evidence of Nancy being dropped off by Tommaso, they would have released it to stop the speculation. You know, they would have released it to stop the speculation. Wouldn't you think that?
Well, in some ways, yes. But in other ways, I mean, unless the sheriff is running some type of a ruse, which normally speaking, you just don't see a sheriff come out and say, these people are cleared, you know? So it makes you think that they really are cleared and that they have evidence that they're not sharing, that in addition to what we're talking about, they can say like, okay, we know that they're alibied. We know where these people were at, you know? I mean, somebody might say, well, you don't know for sure that that was the case until they went and actually searched Annie's home.
But here's the thing about the clearing aspect. They had their vehicles, right? And this is what some people, and it does make you question a little bit. Okay, so obviously, in order to clear somebody, you're going to have to at least go through their phones and analyze them for days, right? To find out if they made any calls, everything. But it's interesting is just days after it happened, within the first week, Annie and Tommaso's getting, you know, text by this Derek Colella guy asking about Bitcoin. But apparently the guy texted them, what is Annie and Tommaso doing with possessions of their own phones? It should be in the law enforcement hands, correct?
That is a good point. I think there might be more going on there than what we know, or there's something going on, because if there really was a connection, that guy would have been charged with more than what he got charged with.
Well, I'm saying like Annie and Tommaso, if in order for somebody to be cleared, you would think they would do by all means necessary, clear them by going through all their phones, all their electronics, you know, doing everything you can possibly do, then clear somebody. But that doesn't take just a day or two, does it? I mean, it would take, I would say it would take quite a long time.
Well, and I know that there was a distance of time between the time that they did the search warrant at the house and the Nanos then came out and said that they were cleared.
But if they're receiving texts from this Colella guy, then they're in possession of their own phones. Shouldn't their phones be in law enforcement's possession?
At the time that it was received?
Yeah, which was only a couple days after Nancy went missing. You would think that everyone's phone, like I've covered numerous cases, and there's some people that still have not received their phones back because their loved ones went missing, and the law enforcement took their phones and just kept them. Even though they claim they're not involved, but they still took them an arm and a leg. Some people took arms and a leg just to get their phones back.
Yeah. The phones might be a connection, but I mean, the geofencing, even if the phones are involved, is going to tell a lot. I mean, unless there's dual phones that we don't know about.
Well, yeah, that's true.
The other thing too that I think is really relevant here, and it comes back to motive, and because a lot of people are driving out, well, why would somebody do this? What would drive somebody to do this? And I'm just saying, this would be my theory, but so if you've got the two brothers who are sitting around and they're plotting this thing and they think, oh, okay, we're going to try to pull this off, that, they're going to say to themselves, all right, we have to plan for a certain day, a certain time, we'll recon up front, but they wouldn't know Nancy's health and how bad that it was. They would just know, like, okay, this woman is this age, blah, 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 but, and maybe we recon and we have an idea of what's going on there, but, we're going to go ahead and they do this, and so they go ahead and do it, and again, just theory here, but they find out after doing it that, oh my gosh, this woman is in really poor health, and all of a sudden she passes away. And now they've got a choice that they've got these ransom letters out there, but they've got cold feet because they know that, okay, this video surveillance has been released and we could be detected. And so the last thing we're going to do is try to chase this thing down now because it's gotten way too big. And so they say, we're not touching this. So in my situation, that would be like a ransom gone bad, where they're just like, we're backing off. We're retracting. We don't want nothing to do with it. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah. We got a comment that came by Stormy Bell again, 2212 says, biggest red flag, no one drops off an elderly woman with mobility issues at 10 p.m. without helping them get inside.
Right.
I mean, in Stormy Bell, you have a point there. Maybe there was a disagreement, and he was mad and he just said, get out of the car or something. But I'm thinking, my own mother, and my mother doesn't have mobility issues. But if my mother did, and I'm dropping my mother off at night at her house because she was over my house or whatever like that, and she had a walker cane, yeah, I think I would probably try to help her get in the house.
It would absolutely make sense. I mean, Tommaso, how many guys are going to say, like, okay, the only reason he would ever do that is if she had some type of, maybe she wasn't feeling well or whatever, and she said, just let me get this, I'll go in by myself.
Yeah.
If he pulled right up in front of the garage door, she got out, and, the garage door was hit as she was getting out. She could have got inside and closed it from the inside, but I guess they needed those two pings on the cell phones, didn't they? Because that's where the pings would have came from, is on the cell phones to close the garage door.
I would think, or they had something to determine that. But another person have said, like one of our searchers out here that has been out here, she said that she talked to people that said that she could walk around. She's not as immobile, she can move around more than people think she can. She goes to the CVS herself, parks in a parking lot and just gets out and walks and goes into the CVS. She don't need help. Like, she could do it herself.
Right.
I mean, she has the ability. She drives around certain places by herself.
Well, one of the things that I'm hearing too, is that it seems like a lot of people want to say that, well, no, it couldn't be a ransom, and because the ransom letters, they were hoaxes because no proof of life was ever offered. But here's the thing: is that you could go in wanting to do a ransom, as the brothers might have wanted to do, but then they say, oh my gosh, we're backing out and we don't want to follow through on this. They get cold feet, and so. What I'm saying is that when those investigators originally sat down and they said, okay, let's look over these letters and find out if they're legit or not. And they go through and they say, well, look at this. They're saying that, such and such device was placed in such and such area in the bedroom. And we go in there and we find out that it's such an obscure, unusual place that only the person who was in here could have known that it was there. So we know the letter is legit. So we coach the family and we tell the family, okay, you need to get on social media and you need to say X, Y, and Z. You need to make sure that you cover all the bases and, you know, we're going to coach you and help you through this. And well, they would only do that if they felt the letters were legit. Right?
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, because they would say, "Don't pay it no mind. Don't feed into the trolls if it's BS." Yeah, there had to be some sort of credibility in a sense for them to do it. I agree with that. Now let's go back to the brothers. Like when you say brothers, it's like you think these brothers live together. You think these brothers are like brothers that live separately. Like when you say brothers, I'm thinking like Menendez brothers. You know, some sort of conspiracy with two people.
I think it's a good probability that they do live together. Only from, like, say, a psychological point of view, that if we were to say, like, well, okay, we know that there's some brothers that live far apart. They don't talk to each other very much. They're not that close. Then we have some brothers that live in the same town, and they're fairly close. They talk to each other all the time. But then we have some brothers that actually do live together. And, you know, they're adults, they're over 20 years old, but they live together because they're actually really close. They like each other. They get along well.
So you think brothers because just the magnitude of getting an 84-year-old out, you can't do it yourself?
Not only that, but the fact that, you know, I really do feel that if it was somebody in the family that was somehow tied to the family, that it would have came out by now. So it just tells me it's like these is like a stranger duo, like petty criminal stranger duo brothers who say, you know, like, hey, we've got this chance to go do something. No one's going to expect that it would be us because we're not tied to the family in any way, you know, so we're just going to go ahead and see if we can make a go of this, you know.
In a psychological standpoint, does someone have more courage doing something with another person with them or by themselves? Does that make a difference at all?
I would think it absolutely would from several points, and because one is that you kind of like, so in a duo type situation, you usually have someone who's going to be more of the leader and someone who's going to be more of the follower. So, you know, if the leader is proposing certain ideas, the follower might not normally go along with those unless they were proposed by the leader. So once the leader puts them out there, the follower is like, oh, yeah, that sounds great. Let's go along with this. We can do this. And so it makes it all the more justifiable that two people would be involved because it would be easier to do and they both would be motivating each other to do it and, you know, encouraging it and talking about it all the time, fantasizing, fixating, you know. It really strikes me as there's a high degree of loyalty. Because in any other situation for $1 million, how many people do you know would turn?
Yeah.
Think about it, you know?
James,
they got to be tight.
Yeah. Well, I'm open-minded to that. You know, somebody, not just friends, but brothers.
You know, and it could be cousins. It could be something as simple. I mean, I've got a cousin that I'm real close with, you know, and so could be a cousin situation too, but what my point is they're likely related. So even if it's not brothers, these two individuals, I don't feel it's more than two, because let's just explore it and say like, well, why not 3? Why not 4?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Well, the more you widen that web, the more you have linkages where somebody could say like, well, I'm not really tight with you. There's $1 million riding on the line. Why don't I just turn before somebody busts me and catches me? Why don't I just turn? You know, and it makes it more complex the more people that gets involved. You know, it's just for some reason to go on this far and outsmart hundreds of minds. There can't be multiple people involved because you know how people don't have a tendency to want to keep secrets.
Yeah, that would have been the cat would have been out of the bag on that, man. I really do think that, man. So, you know, well, one person could keep a secret, two can't. But if 2 could, it would probably be really, really close to relation.
In your heart of hearts, do you think that, like, so when they say that, well, there wasn't any proof of life offered, so the ransom letters couldn't be real, does that to you mean then that just because they never sent proof of life means that the ransom couldn't be real? Is that what you get out of it?
Man, I don't even know what to think about the ransoms, to be honest. First off, I want to know if the ransoms were released, sent to TMZ and the local media after the report came out about specifics about the house and the lights that were mentioned in the ransom, because the news came out with that about the same time. And I'm just wondering if an opportunist just piggybacked the news report and, just the information that's already been publicly available or reported and just added that in to troll and hoax. Usually with a ransom too, you're gonna have to really, why you're going through the media, that not leaving a way for them to contact them. Like, it makes no sense.
Well, there's a certain sense, I think, it's almost like, so from this brother kind of thing, if they were to say to themselves, okay, if we think this thing through, if we try to communicate directly with the family, they're going to have that thing bugged 10 ways to Sunday. They're going to know this way, that way to Sunday. If we even try to reach out in any way, they're going to have that line tagged. They're going to know where it's coming from, blah, blah, blah. Going to be no secure way to do this. So the only way to do it would be to use an intermediary like TMZ, who already people would say TMZ, which is already putting it in a shady kind of environment, But were those original letters received by TMZ, or was it the local TV station?
I think it was both.
So there was 2 letters, though, right? That were considered to be legitimate.
Yep. Yes.
So that's
originally. Yeah.
So that's the other thing too, is so that even when they got when the Guthrie family came on TV and they said, well, listen, we understand that, things may have happened and, we just want to celebrate with our mother and we're ready to pay. When they said that was because FBI said, put it out there, say that you're willing to pay, even though the mother had passed, which is basically like saying that even if you give us a body, we'll take the we'll take. Go ahead.
Well, what you're saying, you're willing to pay, and the ransom saying specific Bitcoin address. I mean, isn't it an insult if you're saying that you're going to pay and you don't pay, and the deadline passes and the money? She flat out said she's going to pay, but she never paid.
And not only that, but for them, so I'm just putting ourselves in with the brother point of view. If the brothers say, okay, we're the ones here that are going to set out the conditions by how it's going to go down. And so if the family comes back and says, well, no, we want you to contact us and we're waiting for you to reach out to us, and that we're going to want proof of life and just let us know. When the brothers' basically position was that we never told you that was part of the bargain.
Yeah, exactly. And they're like, they might be thinking also, they're like they might be saying to each other, yo, dog, we're not contacting them. They're going to find us if we contact them.
Exactly.
We already gave the terms. They didn't listen. F them.
The biggest thing that my takeaway, and I've thought about this again and again, and I listen to so many calls I follow you all day long, JLR, and I listen to so many theories, and I keep hearing people say it has to be the family. It has to be someone connected to the family. And in all normal circumstances, I would agree. I would say yes, because that would be normally who you would suspect is someone with the family. But when we go this far, with this many minds on the case and the extent of geofencing that they can do, and even if it wasn't phones, with polygraphs and all the other things that they can do, that it really suggests it wasn't somebody connected to the family, in my opinion. And this might be this one situation where the reason why it's so difficult to figure out what's going on is because it's not somebody with an immediate connection.
I watched this case. I saw it. I don't know. It's hard. It was about these teenagers, and it was a case where a teenager girl was getting extremely cyber bullied. Somebody kept calling her phones and just harassing the crap out of her. and they were suspecting was somebody from the school, and there was a big investigation. We're going to cops, and everyone's finger pointing and thinking, and it ended up being the girl's own mom that did it. And it was a big case. I don't know the name of the case, but it was based off a movie, and it ended up being the girl's own mom that was doing it for some sick reason. I don't know if you guys know that movie, what that movie's called, or that case. And she got a couple years in jail for it, but it's just, it was a shocker that her own mom did.
So this goes back to the whole thing, that again, so let's say if anybody, let's say if we just walk with the theory and we say, okay, it's somebody that knew the family, it's someone that knew happenings in the family, that knew the household, blah, 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 well, then you would know that this woman, has a pacemaker, that she has a medical condition, she's not well off, and you'd say okay, well, this is not going to be a good scenario to somebody, a duck, she might die on us. It all the more looks like somebody who may have maybe put a trail cam outside and got some idea of what she was doing and when she was coming and going. Maybe they knew that on Sunday nights that she met with family or whatever. So they're like, okay, we know that this is a good time and blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't strike me from a psychology point of view that they knew what was going on inside that house.
Yeah, I concur with that. James, I got to run. We've been talking for a while, but I appreciate the insight. And we're neighbors, by the way, based off your area code.
I love the St. Pete. Hey, if you ever get a chance and you know of the place or you don't, 4th Street Shrimp Market is great in St. Pete.
Nice. I was down in St. Pete covering the last hurricane, and I was in downtown St. Pete. Milton?
Any place.
Yeah, well, Milton, they had a hurricane. I was live streaming from in the hurricane when it hit St. Pete. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yep.
All right.
Thanks for all your work, JLR. I'll be following you.
All right. Take care. Thank you.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Yeah, that Netflix movie was based off a real story, too. But the crazy thing about it is the mom, they were interviewing everyone. The mom talks as if she's not involved, and the mom ended up being involved. It's just, you never know, man. You just never, ever, ever know. It's wild stuff. Live outside the Pima County Sheriff's Office. Really, the big news today really was just centered around the glove that was 2.5 miles away, and it ended up being DNA, traced it back to some restaurant guy who's not involved whatsoever. But, the sheriff actually spoke out about that glove at the time and said, really, that's not really his focus. No one really thought, hey, that could be the perp. In reality, probably could be anyone's glove, but they tested it. They tracked it down. No connection whatsoever. So that's a dead end. That's a dead end there. Do we have a name? Do we have a name of the person yet? Continuous coverage of what's going on. What do we got here? We got a former. Okay, somebody's going to talk with us tomorrow. Former retired FBI PIO, Public Information Officer. Ooh, a PIO. Interesting. Can't talk now, though. Military plane flying around Nancy's home. What's Flight Radar 24? Let's see what we got here. Flight Radar 24. Military plane flying around Nancy's home. I'm looking up there. I don't see anything on the Flight Radar 24. Seeing some of these drunk guy and father. Just tell me, a lot of people are impressed with the Dr. Q that we had on. Now that the world knows how to do this, I think this is just the beginning of more abductions and murders. Just got that comment. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Any new news reports on the situation here? And continue to have a forum and continue to talk. Stormy Bell says ransom was a cover-up or opportunists. This was never a kidnap for ransom. No one can figure this out because they are overcomplicating it. If it wasn't a celebrity, everyone would just be blaming those who saw her last. Stormy Bell, I have a sense you think it's the tomato guy, Tommaso, a.k.a. Tommaso. Misty Haynes says, can we talk about the video of someone ahead with a backpack but reaching over a fence with another backpack? This person walks away and clearly has an awkward walk with left leg moving outward with each step. Misty Haynes, I think they cleared that person. I think they cleared that individual with the 2 double backpacks. That was really early on, a couple weeks ago. And they said they cleared that one, but that was very weird with double backpacks. But I do think they cleared that individual. Didn't they clear everyone? Didn't they clear the double backpack guy that was seen on the surveillance? That was down towards Tucson. A lot of those videos that we've seen with the creepy people was more towards Tucson. I think they cleared him. I think everything that has been major with this case, in reference to these like videos and stuff, eventually they've said it's cleared or it's not related in any way, shape, or form. Thank you for the compliment, Erica here. I just got an email from Erica from Witchy E YouTube channel. Thank you. I appreciate that, Erica. I see it. Let's talk breakdown. Some people are saying they want to talk, but they're not leaving their phone numbers. If you're a professional or you want to chat in any way, we got a registered nurse, Ace, that wants to talk. Things that were not mentioned. Things that were not mentioned. Okay, Ace. Ace will get you up in the chat. Ace. Ace is the place. All right, Ace. I got you on here. Ace, you're up in the pipeline. 202 number coming in, Ace. Hello.
Hello?
Hi, Ace.
Yeah, I feel like I won the lottery.
Oh, wow.
I watch you. I adore you. I've been watching you